All right, we are live, everyone. Woohoo! Say hi.
What's
Hey
up?
everyone,
Everybody.
Look at this awesome crowd tonight. All right.
Jeremy sporting the Mando helmet.
So tonight is a fun stream. I'll do a quick introduction, then we'll all introduce ourselves. And I'll just start. It's been a crazy couple months for me. I've been off social media totally, and I have just been craving some extroversion time, chatting with guys about Star Wars. So it's been a while, and I reached out to Jeremy and Matt. And it's like, let's stream this weekend, and then I just started inviting everybody else. So we got, just these are guys, friends of mine through Facebook and Instagram, and you'll recognize, those of you guys watching, obviously know Matt from CKC, and so we're just gonna have a good time tonight talking Star Wars, talking the latest Hasbro reveals and news, collecting in general, and maybe show off some custom works and some of our recent pickups, that sort of thing. But yeah, please comment in the comments and we will respond, and let's have a good time. So let's go around the circle and just introduce ourselves here. So I'm David from Red Wagon Dioramas up in Massachusetts, and collect a lot of Black Series and some other lines as well. Gary, why don't you go next?
Gary Avery down in Birmingham, Alabama. I like to refer to myself as a live action Black Series purist. I don't get into the animated series. I enjoy the figures. I got a couple of them and love seeing everybody else posting about them, but I don't really typically collect those. And then I've got into 3D printing. I bought a X-Wing fighter from John Walker Customs 3 or 4 years ago, and decided that if I was going to keep spending that kind of money, I just need to go ahead and get my own printers. And so I do a lot of printing and a little bit of customizing, love dioramas. I'm an opener. Although I got a lot of figures in boxes still, they're going to get opened eventually.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Nick, you want to chime in?
Yeah, hi, I'm Nick, Darth Wizzy Wizard. You can find me on Instagram and I guess YouTube. I don't know. I collect. I started collecting again just as during the pandemic thing. So I collect mostly TVC and Black Series and the odd hot toy, primarily Star Wars, and just trying to backtrack on a lot of cool product that's come out in the last 20 years especially. So mostly modern right now, but that's my main focus.
Cool.
What's up, guys? Matt from CKC. Do a lot of Black Series TVC. I collect a lot of lines. Make fun of Hasbro, that type of stuff. But very glad to be invited to join you guys tonight.
Nice.
Great having you, Matt.
Thank you.
Jeremy.
Nice.
Hey, what's up? This is Jeremy at Jedi Hunter 83, and here to talk some action figures with my boys, talk a little shit, complain about Hasbro, and just have a good time. Just hang out. Good to be here.
And Matt.
Yeah, my name is Matt Bryant. My YouTube channel is just my name. The channel started out as a music channel. I've been a drummer for over 40 years and picked up guitar in 2008. I don't consider myself a guitarist at all, but in summer of 2020, I discovered the Black Series and started collecting, started just doing reviews, and decided to shift my channel from a music channel to a Star Wars Black Series channel. So I do lots of reviews and occasional live stream, occasional news recaps, that sort of thing, but it's mostly reviews. But I'm happy to be here. Good to see everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, good to see you, Matt.
Nice.
So I also have John from Layer Creations who's in the waiting room here, and I didn't realize StreamYard limits it to 6. So who wants to pop out for a minute so John can say hi?
I can. Yeah,
I'll
just
pop
whatever. It's all good.
Let
Hang on,
let you guys.
One sec. Oh, we lost him. Who else is there? There's John.
There he is.
Oh God, I'm on. Can you hear me?
Hi,
Yep,
John.
we can hear you fine, John.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi. So I'm John Bryson. I probably a lot of people know me by Layer Creations. I've been making stuff. Gary knows me. David knows me for sure. Been making stuff for years now. Do a lot of 3D printing, a lot of 3D design work, and mainly Black Series. And I really hate to say it, but Classified's kind of dragging me in right now. And I'm really kind of hating that.
Me too, man. Me too.
John, it's great to see you. Love everything you're doing.
Thanks, man.
I got
John, I just earlier today, John, I checked out your video on the fuzzy Chewbacca.
That was a cool thing. I didn't. Rizal Ahmed made it for me, and I didn't know. He just popped up and he said he wanted to send it to me.
Yeah.
And he sent it to me from like.
It looked very soft.
Yeah. It is. It actually is sitting in my office at work. Yeah. It's sitting in the window of my office, and it's got a lot of compliments from my students.
That's cool. It's really cool.
Yeah. So John and Gary and I are all part of the Facebook group, the Custom Galaxy group that I talk a lot about in my dioramas. So that's how we've known each other through Facebook. And so, yeah, if you can check out John's website. He's got awesome 3D prints of Star Wars and other stuff. But like the first thing I think I bought from you, John, was the Wampa Cave. So in my Hoth diorama, it's that ice cave, and it's like a 2-piece thing where you got Luke hanging from the ceiling, and that's like the ice stalactites and everything.
That would have been like 2016, I think.
Yeah, I started collecting, I think, in 2017 for me. So probably around that when I got it from you.
God, that was I think that was like one of the first things I ever modeled, because I remember when I first started getting my 3D printer, the very first thing I ever made was a Palpatine throne. It was like it was like the worst Palpatine throne you could imagine. If any of you guys who have seen me posting, since I began, it's been a journey. I've gotten a little better over the time, but I just remember it was just this really terrible model I made. But then like one of the things a little bit later I made was that Hoth cave thing, and that was like the first thing I really thought about designing, like for printing specifically. It was a cool piece. I enjoy it. It's like one of my favorite pieces, especially with the glow in the dark filament. I made it for you with glow in the dark, didn't I?
Yeah, I didn't know, and you didn't tell me. So I had the thing in my house. I turned off the light, and I caught my eye. I was like, "What the hell?"
It's a surprise. I don't tell anyone.
Yeah, so it glows in the dark. It was cool. Yeah. I got it right back here behind me in my Wampa Cave, but awesome piece. So yeah, and
John, what's your IG?
Layer creations. I try to do layer creations for everything.
I just tried to. How do you spell layered? I couldn't find it.
There's another layered creations out there.
Yeah, there's a few. One of them's like a cake maker, so like
a little different.
Yeah, that person got to that handle before me. Layer creations. LAYER creations.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not great at marketing. I try to make it all similar, but it's like not exactly the same.
I'll go follow you later.
Yeah, and then Gary, you've started. I want you to show off some of your pieces too tonight, just for everybody watching, because I have. Where's my blurg? I'll show you. So you guys have seen the blurg I have on my channel. Well, Gary is the guy.
That's pretty cool.
So
that's awesome.
That's it.
Yeah, see,
that's cool.
There you go.
Who made this?
See, this was the very first one I made.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
And I made it for myself, and I put it on the custom forum, and somebody said, "Hey, can you make one of those for me?" Sure. So, and that's what got that ball rolling.
Shit.
But now I save money, keep from spending on figures so I can buy filament, so I can keep printing stuff. John is, I need about 10 grand worth of filament so I can print everything from Layer Creations.
I went through. If you ever want to make yourself feel bad, just go through whoever you order your filament from. But I order mine through Amazon, and at the end of every year, I will tally up all the rolls of filament I go through, and I've gone over a couple $1,000s in filament.
Wow.
Granted, most of it goes out to customers, but so
yeah.
But it's like,
how long have you had your business? How long have you wow.
I started. David, I think honestly was one of my first customers back in 2016, 2017, something like that.
Really?
So,
Wow.
Okay.
yeah, you were
That's
one
awesome.
of the early ones for sure. Actually, to be honest, I'm kind of just winding down, and because I mean, it used to be nobody had a printer. Now, like what Gary just said, everyone has a printer. So, honestly, it's easier for me with the kid to just do things like making the digital files, and then having awesome people like Gary support me on my Patreon, and yeah, and then it's better for me that way. So I do mainly just digital file making and selling.
And I did sell a Falcon cockpit.
Nice. That is such a great piece. I
That's
love
awesome.
that thing.
It's a great print.
Yeah.
John, you want to show us something you're
That
working
was a
on right
6-inch
now?
still?
Sure.
It was at that moment I really wish Chewbacca had a little more articulation, a little more forward flexion.
If you do the SH Figure Arts one, he fits perfectly. That one fits great, but he's a little short.
Yeah.
I got
Matt, have you purchased any? I guess both Matt. Have you guys gotten any custom pieces like that? 3D printed anything?
Mm-mm.
I never got into it. Yeah,
No.
I see so much cool stuff, but I haven't bought anything.
Okay, I got a couple things. Hang on, David, you're gonna love this one.
It's a price thing too, because I was kind of shocked. I was like, man, I got to spend $100+ or whatever on these pieces, which was a big hurdle. But I love, look at that. Look what these guys.
Yeah,
got.
that's pretty sick.
Is that my Bantha or is that a different
awesome.
one? Whose Bantha?
No, this is a different one. I didn't know you had one.
Yeah.
I'm going to print one of yours so I can shake it up a little.
Yeah.
All right, John.
I love
awesome.
what's first. Okay, so this is a recent one, and David, I am going to send you one. It's going to be a little smaller though.
I don't need that big. That's huge, man.
So this is a Rancor skull.
That's sick. That is really good.
So this is, and it's got a little articulating
nice.
jaw.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
Now
then, of course, you need a way to display it. So I got a little stand. I think the neck is a little short on this, but it still sits pretty well.
Oh,
So John,
Pretty cool.
How do you do something like that? How many hours of what's the design time like on something like that?
Yeah.
I hate to say the hours because I work really fast. So, because I've been doing this I've been modeling since 2009. So I would say probably in total sculpting time is probably about 6 to 8 hours. But it kind of comes in like two parts because like I posted a version 1 of this guy, and I don't know. I must have been modeling really late at night or something, but it was like it did not look the way I wanted it to. So then I ended up going back and spending a couple more hours because I had a guy, which this is going out to. I looked at it when I was about to print it because I had a guy order one. He liked it. I looked at it. I was like, that doesn't look like the Rancor I want. So I ended up resculpting a good portion of it. So yeah, it's about maybe 6 hours. And then the print takes, I don't know, however long it takes.
How long does the print take?
This one actually went on fairly high settings, so maybe about 12 hours.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, it's a fun piece. These are not as interesting, but these are for my Smuggler's Bounty playset back here. That's my coup de grace piece that I designed really. It was mainly for my patrons. They wanted a playset, and I wanted to do something that was very like 1980s, like clamshell playset piece. So I made something that was kind of similar to a Jabba's throne room, which I guess but it's something you could like close up and I guess take with you. But like that thing weighs 35 pounds. You're not taking that thing anywhere.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Yeah.
But it's got a cool
that's incredible.
feature though. The bar is actually on a floating hinge, And so as it closes up, the bar actually stays in the middle. I was really like kind of proud of that thing because I wanted the bar to stay in there somehow. But I was also trying to come up with some cantina benches and chairs.
Hell yeah. Oh, nice. That was good.
Little bubble area in the front. So I printed these off today. So my son was playing with them. He was taking all my G.I. Joes and 3 3/4 inch figures and setting them on there, which of course they look like children because this is a 6-inch piece, and then something a little more accurate.
Yeah.
So John, I got a question since I do a lot of this printing stuff. What kind of research do you do to make sure things are screen accurate or scaled correctly?
That's a really good question. So right now I'm doing one of these starfighters, and actually one of our other patron members is commissioning me to do this, like basically for him. But it's going to eventually benefit the whole Patreon. So, but what he does, because this is my second vehicle through him, he has actually sent me like these toys. And one of the things that Hasbro, or I guess it's Hasbro that did this one, did really well is they got the details actually pretty damn good. So I can actually find better photos of these ships through the toys than I can through the media. So like the
Ron, are you doing that in 1/12 scale?
Yeah. So everything's messy. So this guy right here.
Oh, sweet.
Love that.
So that's the Inquisitors.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is probably my favorite ship I've ever done. I did it for a guy. Incredible. That looks great. And
sick.
And he wanted this thing fully assembled, painted, and everything. So I'm really bad at painting. I don't do paint very well. So had another friend of mine who was going to do the actual painting. David, do you guys know Ide Bolin?
Hey, what?
Do you know Ide?
Bolin? Yeah, I know his name, but I don't know him personally.
Okay. He does a lot of custom figures, and he was going to paint it up. And so for that one, again, was looking at a lot of toys because like the Rebels media doesn't actually have a lot of detail like that. So I had to go off of that stuff. But then, for honestly, most of my stuff, like this guy, like there's no Rancor skull that's accurate. Like if you look at a lot of the Rancor skulls that are out there, it's kind of like a shrink wrapped skull. Like it still has like horns and stuff, but like the Rancor doesn't really have horns. It's at least from what I've seen, it doesn't have horns. So I kind of had to like pull off of like details from anatomy. Like so I'll look up like skulls and stuff to see what I can pull off of there to try to make it look accurate. Yeah,
hey, Gary,
look at that thing.
Gary, you show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Oh God, that thing's beautiful.
Which one is that, Dave?
This is Gentle Giant statue.
I thought it was. Yeah. It's got the stand. Wow. Yeah.
Thing weighs like 40 pounds.
And there's one.
Wow.
And this is Gary's, right?
Yeah, this was the Desert Octopus. This guy who wrote the file, but it's just the Kenner. It's the old Kenner, just much larger.
Blown up.
I see.
And so I printed this.
That looks good though.
I printed it at 160%, which is a little bigger than, I think it's about 19 inches tall.
Wow.
But it doesn't articulate. John, you got any good news?
I was actually about to take a look at it real quick. So for my Patreon members, I have a very special poll of what my next project is. So I try to keep everyone abreast of like what I'm working on. So right now, the big thing is the Imperial Shuttle.
Oh, love it.
Gary, I hope you're ready for an 8-foot tall Imperial Shuttle.
Well, I was wondering how big that was going to be.
Yeah. 8 feet.
Wow.
8 feet.
How long is it?
I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be
There you go,
huge.
Jeremy.
A little bit. Yeah,
Are you
there you
gonna
go.
be able
A little bigger. So anyway, I did a poll.
You'll be able to fold up the wings on it.
Yes, somehow I got to figure that out.
Dang.
But I did another poll of what do you guys want down the road, and so I asked, on the poll, there's like TIE Interceptor, TIE Advance, Bad Batch Shuttle, which I don't remember the name to it, the Phantom,
The Marauder.
Yeah. So like a Rel playset, Imperial playset, and then I put in here posable Rancor, parentheses, I'm not salty Hasbro. And then a bunch of other ships too. So with 56% of the vote and 16 votes total, right now the Rancor is going to win. So
Yeah.
I voted for the Rancor, but I got in the vote late, and it was already kind of going in that direction.
Yeah.
So I just voted for Rancor because I wanted one before.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's posable, I can sell those.
Yeah. I really want to do something that's because I see what some of the other people are doing, and it's basically like what you just showed, a kind of sort of posable version of like the Kenner one. I got to do something different. I got to do something better, more posable. Because I was pulling for that Rancor hard. Oh yeah. So I got to see what I can do for that one. But I was pulling so hard for that Rancor Haslab.
Well, to do the one I do, it was going to cost just as much, and it wasn't near as posable. So I don't know why people didn't jump on that.
I don't know.
It was a good price.
It's probably
it
was overpriced by about $100.
But considering what else is available, it's hard not to justify getting it because there was no other posable Rancor available.
I mean, I got toddler clothes. I can put that.
I think if they would have flipped the tiers backwards, if Luke would have been the first tier, it probably would have went a lot better.
Yeah, the tiers, they could have done something better.
The tiers killed it, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Because it was a great project. It would have been great in hand.
We needed a Nula.
So
Hey,
bad.
Matt, just so you know, I revisited your failed Rancor video again this morning, just because it's so stinking funny.
Great video.
Great video.
Are you talking to me?
Talking to you. Yes, TKC. Yes, I had to revisit your
great. Yeah,
both of your Rancor videos this morning just because they're both so funny and good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Dave made a good one too. Dave made one before me.
Oh,
thanks, man.
That's right.
Yeah. Call them out, right?
Yeah, those were great.
Yeah.
Those were great. It had to be said. I'm glad you guys did it.
Let's transition and talk about Hasbro because I know everybody in the chat wants to talk about Hasbro stuff and CKC if you're only here for another 20 minutes or so. Let's talk about what you guys think of the state of collecting right now with Hasbro and the new reveals and the pricing and the deluxe figures and all that stuff. I just want to kind of go around the room. What do you guys like and what do you don't like? And who wants to start?
I don't like the pricing.
Matt should go first.
For one.
CKC.
Matt Bryant, let's go. Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, as far as dislikes, I mean, the pricing is just getting a little bit ridiculous. I am starting to be a little more selective, not jumping on everything right away. Certain figures, I just feel, okay, I can wait. It may go on sale later, but I'm going to wait. Quality, it's hit or miss. There's always been some QC issues. But I think we're getting some good ones. 2022 was a great year.
A lot of good figures. Yeah.
Yeah.
What of the reveals are you going to definitely pick up, Matt?
I'll probably get Jesse, even though it's inaccurate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to Darth Malgus for sure. I've only got one helmet, so I can pass on the helmet. Helmets aren't my thing. But yeah, Jesse's helmet, I just don't get it.
All right, who else has opinions on the clone helmet? Matt.
Look, not only Jesse's, it's the Phase 2 TVC figure. I don't know if you guys saw that helmet too.
Same thing.
Oh my god, that is awful. That's the worst helmet they've ever done for that.
Yeah.
So
Is that the new clone?
Yeah.
The new single clone?
it's a TVC and/or Phase 2 clone trooper that
But
they revealed.
Plain white, right?
Yeah, he's white. Yep.
The base guy. Yeah.
Finally got a Phase 2 clone trooper for TVC. Like that's something that's been lacking, and the helmet is just awful. Like I don't understand if you're gonna raise the price. It's like $17.99 for like a TVC figure now, and you can't give us like a actual. I mean, you the other parts of this are recycled pieces of mold. Like it's not a brand new figure all around. So can you not spend the right amount of money to give us a helmet that actually looks correct? So that one too, but Jesse as well.
Did you?
I haven't seen the
actually
TVC.
updated on it?
What's up with that helmet?
Which one?
The Phase 2 clone for Andor. What's up with that helmet? I have not seen that one yet.
They revealed it. It's the basically the thing that really sticks out to me. What's wrong with it is just like the eye slits are wrong. They're very narrow. They're very there's just not enough black on them. I know there's other things wrong with it too, but that's the most glaring thing. You can look at it from afar and be like, "This is a terrible helmet." Yeah.
Wow, that's too bad.
Yeah. It is.
I hate that.
It is too bad. I mean, some of the other reveals, I mean, were decent. I mean, we did get some decent reveals. I'm glad they did something. They finally put Revenge of the Jedi on something. Like you did see the Star Wars Celebration Darth Vader. Yeah. Like, I mean, I like that idea, but I there's nothing in me that wants this red repainted Vader. You know what I mean? I'm disappointed with the actual offering. Like I would. If we're gonna buy that, a lot of people are gonna have to pay like secondary prices for that. Is that worth? I mean, what are they're gonna charge $34.99 for it anyway, and all it is a repainted Vader kind of red. So I mean, I thought that was kind of subpar. That didn't. I mean, you know what else? Star Wars Celebration exclusives are usually pretty awesome. Like they've done the Kenner Deco Boba Fett on the 40th card, the Black Series one. That was a Star Wars Celebration. Wasn't the Duel of Fates 2-pack with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Maul on the Attack of the Clones cards, Black Series ones? Yep. That was Star Wars Celebration. So Star Wars Celebration,
and they were like holographic.
Yeah, they usually so we usually get pretty cool stuff for that, and that's kind of disappointing for me. You know, I thought. We don't need another. It's just another way to repack another repaint and charge $34.99 for it. But there was some good stuff, right? We got the Vader for the TVC. I know he's got the helmet comes off, good. And the card is pretty cool too, right? It's him with his white like ice cream looking face from the end. And then there's the Malgus you mentioned, the deluxe Malgus. Looks pretty cool. They're repacking the Star Killer finally, right? And I figured that they were going to like the Star Killer, the regular TVC VC100 Star Killer comes with a lot of accessories. It's a 2-in-1 figure. And I figured that they would only release like one version of it, kind of like how they did Captain Fordo was also a TVC Cap 2-in-1 figure, and they only released like one version of him, like only like the Phase 1 version, right? I think it was an exclusive for Walmart, so I figured they do the same thing with. But no, we're actually getting the 2-in-1 figure. It looks like he has all the accessories, so his comes with like 10 accessories. He could use an updated mold though, because he only has like swivel jointed torso and hips, I think, if I remember correctly. But hey, you know it's Hasbro. We're lucky we're getting something. So, but yeah, Key Monday. I'm just looking at the.
I forgot about that one. That one looks good.
Yes.
That one looks good.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. And the Endor Trooper who might be Rex. You know, we don't know. Might be Rex still, but he comes with different head sculpt. That should be pretty cool. Or different faces. I'm not sure if it's head sculpts or faces.
It's not deluxe though.
Yeah,
the problem with that is the price. Yeah,
it's not a deluxe figure. at all.
No. But we'll see how much. Did they say the price already? They did, right? It's like $33.99 or something.
33,
right?
I
Which is
think.
absurd.
Yeah.
Like the Dark Trooper.
Yeah, which
Mhm.
sucks because the Rebel Trooper for Empire was a regular price, and he came with 2 faces and everything,
Yeah.
right? So
Yep, it was $19.99.
I didn't
Yeah.
get a good look at the Return of the Jedi Han, though. Did you guys see that for TVC?
Mm-mm.
Actually, I got some pictures up right here.
Yeah, I see, but I don't. So there is an Endor Han, right? Like that was re-released. It was repacked. He comes with the poncho for.
Yeah, that was John.
I
If
can
you want
drop.
your pictures,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
drop a link real quick. There's
There it
Jedi
is.
News's one,
So-
and then here's the Black Series one.
So I'm not really. I don't remember what came underneath the poncho for the Han for the first release of him, but I mean overall, I mean the reveals are pretty good. Like, you know, oh yeah, the 212th Trooper 4-pack, the Clone Trooper
Mhm.
4-pack. That should be pretty cool, right?
The Luke and Grogu build-up pack. I was thinking what that could possibly come with. I mean, they'll probably
Oh.
reuse the backpack from the Luke and Yoda pack.
Yeah.
But for Grogu, would they throw in a Yoda lightsaber?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh,
No.
That'd be kind of neat.
Would they throw in a little Beskar outfit?
But that'll be
Doubt it.
TVC scaled Grogu. I mean, like, would he?
Yeah,
might he have to
I
do
would-
like a hand for him just to
Can't
hold
do
the dang
anything with
thing?
it, yeah.
I can't do anything.
It's so tiny.
Yeah. Now they just mold it.
well, it has for the Black Series. It says it's a Luke and Grogu build-up pack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Mando, and it's gonna be one of these deals.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Luke
Yeah.
and the little Grogu, and
Yeah.
who knows? Yeah, maybe a backpack.
And yeah, I'm sure it'll be the backpack from the Luke and Yoda set.
By the way, look at that price.
And they're
I was just
restart-
gonna comment on that you got
Wow.
the clearance
Love it.
price on there.
That's a deal.
I got
That's
3 of
awesome.
them for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got 3
That's a
of them
deal.
for
Nice.
3 for the price of 1, man. That's
I had to
pretty-
fill out my spiders back there. See,
That's awesome.
Oh yeah,
That is so cool.
but yeah, the
Yeah,
pricing
nice
for me
pickup.
is just going crazy on these figures. I don't know. It's just who was the post yesterday that was shared? It was like Star Action Figures in the UK
Mhm.
talking about, look, you people aren't going to pay these prices. They're going to wait for them to go on sale, buy them on clearance. Like, sell them for a cheaper price, and you'll sell more of them, right? Isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
that
for
balance,
sure.
price versus
Yep.
quantity.
Yeah.
Like,
So like that
um,
Endor Trooper is not a deluxe. I can't justify that price. And I would buy like 2 or 3 or 4 of them.
I would buy at least 2. Yeah.
Right? It's one of those
Yeah,
figures
that's
where
why I'm
people
like-
would buy multiples of. So it
Mhm.
would be better off for it to be cheaper.
Yeah.
But what you were just saying, David, I've been saying that for a while. Like it costs like $26, $27 for a regular Black Series figure now. And everyone, including me, like when figures were $20, I'd buy every figure in the wave.
yeah,
Even if I wanted it or not.
Yeah.
I'd buy every single one. Now I'm
Yeah.
super picky about it. You know,
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't need that one. Whatever. It's too, I'll just wait for it to go on clearance because if you've been paying attention, almost every single mainline figure goes on clearance on Amazon. If you check on Amazon
Mhm.
right now, almost every figure on there is under like $18.
yeah.
So why am I going to pay
Mhm.
up front 27 when I can pay 18 in 3 months?
Yeah.
It's like the same thing that happened when the sequel trilogy figures were coming out for Black Series, where you knew they were going to go on clearance. So why am I rushing to pay full price for this? I'll just wait and get it for much cheaper, later. So I don't know. I think they're shooting themselves in the foot with it. I don't think they're making any extra money. I know certainly everyone that I've talked to, a lot of people that are in the chats for my live stream said the same thing. They're like, I just don't buy them right now. And what's going to also make them take a hit in sales is the fact that they're not doing the pre-orders right now. I don't know if you guys saw the announcement
Yeah.
about the pre-orders and how it just insane this decision is. Like they totally missed the point on the pre-orders. People complained about them being that's now you're losing like the impulse of me like clicking on it because it's new and being like, all right, I'll pay for it up front like that. Like you're losing that impulse buy person. So they're going to take a bigger hit. But the problem with the pre-orders was not that there was too many pre-orders. It was that there was too many pre-orders that took a year to fill So you have all these pre-orders and you
Right.
don't know when they're going to get filled because
Yeah.
unlike McFarlane, Hasbro is awful at keeping up on which dates their pre-orders are going to actually be filled, and your account gets hit for $1,000 of pre-orders at once when these figures weren't supposed to come out until 4 months after that. So you're not prepared for it. That was the big problem with the pre-orders. It's not that there was too many; it's that you had them open for a year and a half. Some were like 2 years or something. So if you had only had it for like 3 months in advance or something, it would probably work. But you have them way too long. So I don't.
Yeah, no one could possibly budget for that far out.
Right, it's crazy.
It'd be hard.
Well, and Hasbro should give you the option. You should be able to pay up front if you want to. Like you should at least have that option, so you could just take care of it right up front. You're like, it doesn't matter when it comes out because it's already paid for.
Right.
Exactly.
Like for NECA, I don't know if you guys do NECA. I do NECA Ninja Turtles and stuff. When they do the stuff online for their, you pay right up front, right there.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
I'm like,
Done.
it's such less of a headache. So
I mean, I can see the benefit of both ways. Because I mean, like Big Bad, like they just came through with a bunch of those pre-orders, and I got half of a wave sitting right now in my pile of loot. And I remember getting an email, and it was like 3 or 4 emails in this within about 2 hours. And it's like, oh look, we're gonna charge this, and this. And I was like,
right,
shit, here it comes. But yeah, NECA. I'm actually because of that, I'm actually starting to order things through Nerdzoic since he charges up front. I'm like, okay, so like the Cosmic Legions, I cannot do that all up at once.
Right.
When Cosmic Legions come in, so I'm like, all right, I'll just when I can afford it, I'll pre-order his and just go ahead and pay it off right then and there because it sucks. It's too much.
That's a good point with the raising the prices of action figures, not just because the action figures, the price is going up, but because like they're getting better and better. Like some action figures are like $40, $50, $60, $100, but you're not, unlike Hasbro, you're getting what you're paying for some of them. So you can't you don't want to get hit with a bunch of those in like 1 month. You want to pay up front for something like that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how it always happens like between like the 28th and the 3rd, like right in that, like, that's when you get hit with all the pre-orders when you're like you're trying to pay rent or something. Or, you're like man.
Right. Yeah. They're like bills. Yeah, we don't care.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, I thought that announcement for the pre-orders was pretty crazy. I was just like, how you're just so out of touch with what's happening. Like,
they just said look for it on store shelves this summer.
Right.
It means we get to all meet each other in person and start elbowing each other in the toy aisle again.
Right. Right. It gets people out there. That's true.
It's gonna be back to the old hunting days.
Those awkward encounters in the wild.
Buy for your kid? No, me neither.
Like what I want to know is it going to stop just? Will it be just Star Wars? Is it going to be Indiana Jones? Is it going to be Marvel Legends? Like, is this just how they're going to do things now?
That's a good point. I wonder what will happen. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, the GI Joes went up for pre-order, right?
Fun. Yeah,
GI Joes.
I'm not sure.
But I think they did. So, but we'll see what happens in the future. GI Joe, by the way, if you guys don't collect the classifieds, are just blowing Black Series out of the water.
That's what I hear.
I love.
That's what I hear. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Look, there he is. Yep.
Yeah. This is your brain on drugs, Hasbro.
Yep.
This dude is
come with like 10 accessories. It's crazy. We can barely get a lightsaber.
So Amazon had this guy for $30 with the crocodile, and that crocodile has been the star of the show for my son's bath time, for just any. Oh my God, that crocodile's so cool.
It is, yeah. Oh, there, Jeremy's got it right there.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
nice.
It's so great. You had to get 2 of them. When they put them on sale, I grabbed another one.
No kidding. Yeah.
And
Are
then
the classifieds still $20?
No, they're
24. They're 24. Yeah.
24. Okay.
$24.99. But they come with so much stuff. It's like hard to pass on. They a ton of accessories with them.
Yeah.
It really puts contrast to the Star Wars, the Black Series, when you see those GI Joes with just the package loaded with extra stuff.
Yeah.
Every time I see them on the shelf, I'm looking at them going, goodness.
Yeah.
You
I
get
was
6
really-
weapons, grenades, a
I was really
backpack.
impressed with that pinless elbow right there. That thing, oh man, that moves so well.
Was that
Love it.
Recondo, John? Was that
Yeah. Of course, I've lost his hat already. So, but I mean, I looked at that expression on his face. I was like, dude,
Yep.
this guy is cool.
Yeah. I started late on the classified, but I just couldn't stay away. You know what I mean? It's so
Yeah.
hard. I was like, I can't collect another toy line. I collect like 7 of them,
Yeah.
but they were just
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
Wow.
They were just too nice. I couldn't pass them up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm definitely picking and choosing on them because I don't want me to get into them the way I got into like Ninja Turtles, which I'm like dragging myself out of NECA Ninja Turtles right now.
They're digging deep in the barrel, neck and Ninja Turtles right
I
now.
know. I'm finally at the place where I'm like, I don't know who these guys are.
Right. So,
I was 4 when the TV show was on, so I don't remember any of this.
yeah.
So I can at least say, okay, I can pass on these, and I've actually started selling a lot of them, just because I don't find them as interesting as I used to. But
Yeah.
yeah, the G.I. Joe stuff they're just cool.
Yeah. G.I. Joes look great, man. Indiana Jones, can't wait. Oh, look, you got the retro.
The prototype loop.
I
I saw
opened
that
them
in store today.
Yep.
Saw 'em today too.
Is it worth $16?
No, it's not worth it.
Probably not.
I got
I wanted
excited and I
6.
saw it. I saw the price.
I wanted the purple lightsaber though, so just to
Yeah.
go with my other Kenner figures. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I still like these. I know they're gimmicky, and yeah, they just announced the Mandalorian in the line. I don't know. They've still got me hooked because I'm big into the retro, the Kenner stuff from my childhood. So, and even though this isn't even a Kenner figure originally, this is one they just made up. The Snowspeeder Luke, but
Right.
I don't know. They still getting me with these. I saw them on the pegs at Target. I was like, and I paid $15 for it.
Wow.
So let me ask you guys this. So right now, vintage collection is like, $15, $16, if not more. What if so David, hold up that retro piece. What if you took that guy, applied the sculpting that they're putting on the vintage collection, and just left it 5 POA?
Well, that's what they were doing.
Think we could get away with that for $10 to $12?
I don't know.
That'd be cool.
That would be overpriced, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so the retro collection itself regularly is like $11, right?
Yeah.
So
I think so.
I mean, I guess you could probably squeeze it in between.
Yeah, I see those pieces, and I think they're awesome, but I don't know. I was more of a '90s kid, anyways, with the Star Wars stuff, so it reminds me more of that.
I think me and David, some of us are a little bit older in here, man. So
Definitely.
Steve Evans at Hasbro, right, is the guy behind Mr. Stevie. So he's behind, this stuff and this stuff, the retro, Marvel.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is all Steve's baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like all the
There's all
retro
the 3
collection, the reissues of Kenner and stuff is digitally scanned from his personal Kenner figures in his collection.
No shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Does he technically work
That's
for
pretty
Hasbro, or is he like a consultant? Oh, he does work for them.
He's
Okay.
He was one of their managers.
Yeah,
wasn't
he's
he?
up there. He oversees Marvel right now.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, the reason we're getting figures like this is because there's guys like us that work at the toy companies. It's
Right.
guys like Steve that they remember this stuff from their childhood, and they're like, "Wouldn't it be cool if we made some Kenner Marvel figures, or if we did some cool little Kenner stuff?" I don't know. I think it's a sweet spot, for a certain age range of those of us that grew up in that time frame, and so. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I still like them. It's just it's not for everybody. I understand that.
Yeah.
Steve was on the Black Series team, wasn't he?
He was. Yeah, he was.
And then
there
jumped
for-
ship to Marvel. Yeah.
He was there 5 years or so,
Okay.
and he did the barge, the sail barge, which was the
Right,
first Haslab.
right. That's right.
So
Wow.
yeah, and he
That's impressive.
I'm
Hey,
actually really impressed with how far they're going with the retro wave. I mean, because they're bringing in like all the new shows and new media and stuff for those figures, and they look really cool.
they've got me hooked. I don't know,
Yeah.
just because it's the right time frame for me. I like it. So
I think the price is really good too. I mean, because it's kind of that good like impulse buy. Like,
Yeah.
see, just throw it in there, grab
Yeah,
it.
for sure. $11.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the the ones that remind me of my youth, like the ones that are actually the original trilogy movies.
Mhm.
The new stuff I could from like I'm all set with, I guess. But like I like the ones, Return of the Jedi, Empire, A New Hope,
Yeah.
because those are the figures I had. I had those figures.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
They look pretty similar. You
Yeah.
know, I like the cards too.
They do.
yeah. The artwork on the cards is real good.
If they would just take that retro sticker off, I'd be a little
Yeah,
bit
for
happier.
sure. Right?
Yeah,
Why
it
did
kinda
you wanna
ruins
do
it.
that?
Yeah.
But
Whose
John,
idea was
go.
that?
It's like,
John,
why?
so were you saying like go back in time a couple years back when Hasbro was doing 5 POA figures, like when Force Awakens came out? And
That is true. They were doing that. Because I
Wow,
think
I
about
totally forgot
like
about that.
kids these days, and they got what's that? I mean, the line that this thing came from at the
yeah,
know what
the
it's
Galaxy.
and
Yeah,
like my son likes those, but I think it's something that's 3.75 that kind of harkens back to like what we had when we were kids. A little bit cheaper because like there's no way I'm going to spend $26 on a Black Series figure for my son, and
right.
I think even the vintage collection is a little bit too advanced for someone
For sure.
He's
Oh,
for
I
his
see.
age. Yeah,
Have
something
you
a little
seen
simpler.
I'm sorry. Did you see they have like the economy like 6-inch figures?
Yeah, like
Have
they
you
sell
seen
them.
those?
I've seen them at like Kroger and
Yeah.
I got the
yeah, I've
right
seen
here.
Oh, you got
those.
one? Yeah. They
Yeah,
have them
the
at like
ones from
CVS or
Walgreens.
Walgreens. Yeah, Walgreens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay, how big are those?
They're
They're like
6
5
inches.
inches, aren't they? They're
They're
6
I had to do.
inches?
It's
Is that one?
yeah,
If
you got the
it's
same
5
one.
POA, it is.
That's here.
They're 3/8 of an inch shorter than
Here,
the.
Gary. I think that's
Black
this
Series.
one, right, Gary? From Galaxy of Adventures,
Okay.
Maybe so.
which is this one. These are 5 inches.
Oh, they're 5?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. These
I've
do not scale with
seen-
Black Series at all.
I've
But
seen
the
that
Walgreens
one.
ones are
yeah.
6-inch.
Here's the Black Series Stormtrooper, the original one, and here's the cheap version, the Walgreens.
I see.
It's a
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
little
little
small.
short. It's a little
It's
shorter.
close.
Just a little bit, but it's passable there in the background.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you could get like something like that, just like 5 POA, but then put it down to
$5,
3.75. I mean, God, we got so many vehicles and stuff we could put it in there with. That'd be cool.
They're
Actually,
Yeah.
how much was that old basic line? I forget. They were like $8.99 or something. How much
Yeah.
were they? They were cheap, right?
Yeah, they were good, but everybody was complaining they wanted more TVC, right? They wanted
Yeah.
the super articulated, detailed figures, so they kind of went away with did away with those kids lines, and I don't know, like I've got to.
You know
I guess it's not a kids line anymore.
Yeah,
You know what's pretty good
No.
about the basic line was the cheap vehicles. You know,
Mhm.
I don't, some of them weren't great quality, but they were like under $50. You could have a TIE fighter or X-wing.
Mm-hmm.
all right, I got something to show you guys.
That TIE fighter they put out recently was like
oh,
what,
nice.
$100, something like that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, for TVC,
All right,
Yeah.
what is the price point going to be for this
Oh.
when Hasbro announces it?
$99.
Oh.
I'd say
Maybe.
Oh yeah, at least.
Yeah, I was gonna say high. I was gonna say like
think so.
150.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, you're
the-
right. You're right. It probably is 150 because the X-wings were over 100, right?
Legos are expensive.
Yeah, they're
they're
like
up there.
120.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be probably 150, 160, 159.99 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
everybody's excited about that though. Wouldn't I mean? I know I'd like to get one of those. It's,
Mhm.
Oh, I'm gonna buy one.
yeah. Everybody's like
Yeah.
complaining about the
I
price,
150.
yeah,
Credit card, baby.
that's going to be a great piece. I think they're going to sell those like crazy, no matter what their price is. So that's why
Yeah.
this is kind of a fickle crowd we are, right? Complaining, and yet, well, if it's the right
We
thing,
still buy stuff.
yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah,
It's just making us make harder decisions and having to give up on other stuff. So it's like,
Right.
which one? I like. I want that and that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, that Hasbro did say that that's in the pipeline for TVC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the
I
big
completely missed that until I looked it up on the.
Yeah.
Was it
It'll
yesterday?
probably be the
Something
end
I
of the
saw
year,
that.
or early next year.
I
Yeah,
think
that'd be a
they
cool
mentioned
piece.
it before then, but that was the official reveal.
Mhm.
Yeah. They'd hinted at it, but
Yeah, I think I knew that was coming out. I don't remember how, but I think I
Will
knew
it be scaled accurately though?
Oh, who knows?
No,
probably not.
Probably not.
not
Yeah, probably not.
It's never. When have they ever scaled anything accurately for vehicles? Except for maybe a.
Well, the
speeder
Black
bike.
Series Snow Speeder was pretty good.
That's true.
Yeah.
And the
That's
TIE Fighter
Yeah,
was.
probably the
That was
TIE
one-
Fighter.
Yeah.
If anything, I'd say the
Yeah.
TIE Fighter is probably a little overscaled. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that thing is huge.
Gary, time to show your ties.
Yeah,
some
I
shit.
think it.
I got 2 of those.
You guys want to see something cool?
Yeah, let's see
Eyeballing
it.
that thing.
Yeah, let's see that TIE Fighter back there.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god.
Oh, that's wicked. Yes.
That's
See, that's
cool.
about
Where
this
does
is
that
like
live?
35 inches long,
Third.
Okay.
and according to the literature, it should be 52.
Okay.
But looking at pictures, that just doesn't seem right. But it's cool.
Right.
No.
Can
Is
you
that
go
the silencer?
Can you go vertical with it? So we can see that. Yeah, there you go. Wow.
Dang.
Yeah,
that's
those wingtips
bad.
those wingtips are supposed to be like, way longer, but
That looks
it just
really good.
looks ridiculous being that
So,
long. That
is
looks awesome.
The 6-inch figure fits in there.
Yes. Yeah. The one I bought one from John Walker, the same file, and was a lot smaller.
Yeah.
So when I found the file and realized how small his version was, like I got his X-wing too. And this
Wow.
is I think 29
That's
inches
awesome.
long, and it
Mhm.
should be
Should be almost
40.
4 feet, right?
I know.
it should be
Yeah.
about 42 inches long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
See,
this one's only
that gives
29.
me hope for a Haslab one because the wings are shorter than they should be, and it still looks fine. So they can
Yeah.
still do it. That's their big complaint. Actually, one of the guys in one of the live streams said that he has a Haslab X-wing in his office at Hasbro, but they decided not to do it because it was too big. It was one of the guys on the live. Did you guys see him say that?
No.
No, it was the kid.
Yeah, I think it was Eric. Was it Eric?
Was it Eric? Yeah, Eric.
Or was
Eric.
it-
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Like what? How are
Yeah.
you gonna tell us that?
I did
We don't
hear that.
see it.
So I'm
I
printing this one
know.
now.
Come on.
That looks
Such a
great.
tease.
That looks good.
Let me see the back end of that.
Yeah, Gary, show us a little more.
I've been thinking about.
Well, this is
Okay.
but I've got
Is that going to be a classic one, or the wing's going to fold?
so
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
I'm
say.
painting that now,
Okay.
Yeah.
and there's a wing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that's
Oh,
who I got to
yeah.
outdo. That thing looks
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah, man, that's incredible.
Now this file,
Man, I'd buy one of those in a heartbeat.
I think the guy's name is Alain Rivard,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
I think he just copied the Bandai 1/72 scale model kit because it looks almost just like it.
Mm.
So that's why I was asking you, John, earlier. How do
Yeah.
you research, creating a file? Because
Yeah.
and this, he said it was a 1/24 scale, so I was going to blow it up 200%, but that just seemed too big, so I went 190. But I think it's still oversized
Mhm.
because he did his studio scale, and that's another thing I've learned.
Mhm.
This term studio scale doesn't necessarily mean 1/24 or 1/18 or anything.
No.
It's just what they
That's what they use.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then for this TIE Fighter, the cockpit is modeled after the original models.
Mhm.
It's not the scene where Darth Vader was actually sitting in it and you could see him sitting in it. That's not what this looks like. So
Mhm.
so I wanted that version, but this is what I got, and I'm going to make it work. But
Mhm.
again, that's why I was curious how you research, how you build
So-
something, because there's
Yeah.
so many variations.
There
And
are,
then-
and one of the things I was running into with the shuttle I'm making for you guys, is you're right. Like even from like shot to shot to shot, there's differences in the films because there's apparently like running changes in these designs, and so I have to sit there and like look through like backstage photos and set props and all this other stuff just to find it. And so like, you know, the what was it, the blueprints book
Yes.
that they have for like, so I have scans of those for the shuttle, and even like there's angles and proportions that they change based on like, you know, based on what you end up seeing in the film, and it's maddening sometimes to try to copy those.
It doesn't
Well,
quite
until recently, like Kylo's TIE fighter, that's all digital created.
Yeah.
There are no models. So
Yeah.
the scale, the dimensions, somebody just made that up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And and then even the ones that they have models for, I think there were so many different ones. And then I don't know if we have actual scaling of what those were. We just look at pictures from the movies and try to come up with how big these things really are.
Yeah.
And then when you try to print them, you get this variation of scale, you know, depending on what you read.
That like the AT-AT, for example, is one of those that there's not really good source on how big that AT-AT is. So like, you know, you'll because a lot of them, you're right, they just make it up. Like they don't even like ask Lucasfilm how big it's supposed to be, because Lucasfilm's like, I don't know. We had a little maquette of Luke Skywalker, and we just had him on a zip line. That's all you get.
Right.
That's all you get for how big this thing is.
Yeah.
And so like I remember when I was making the AT-AT, and like I just kind of measured it out, and it seemed like it was about 56 feet tall or something, and one of the other patrons was like, no, I'm pretty sure it's like 60 something feet tall, and I was like, well, honestly, what's the difference? But you know, I'm like, well, the good thing is you guys can print it out however big you want, so you can make the changes.
John, did anybody take your AT-AT file and know anybody tried?
Yeah, at one of my patrons, Elmer, he goes by Odin Trooper. He is printing that sucker out, and it is massive. It is the size of a pony.
Yeah,
like he's printed out the chassis.
Yeah,
it is like 6 or 7 feet long already. It's going to be 300 pounds of plastic probably by the time he's done.
I'm going to print the head, but that's it.
Yeah, I've done the head. I mean, well, you've seen the tank, right? The tank that I did.
Yes.
So I mean, that's how big the head's going to be.
Jeremy's got the snow speeder there. Yeah,
beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's one vehicle that I really wanted to
how that would look.
I really wanted to pick one of those up.
We'll see how that would look next to the AT-AT.
Yeah, that thing looks good. It looks really good.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So I got a little tidbit knowledge for you guys, because Chris let it slip in the chat right now, but Steve Evans did tell us that they mocked up an AT-AT at Hasbro.
Really?
This was 6-7 years ago, whatever it was, when the line was going on. They actually did mock one up.
They mocked up an ATTE or an AT-AT?
No, AT-AT.
Oh my god!
In
Black
their
Series
office.
or
Huge.
When they were doing the
You
TIE
need a room to
Fighter
keep it
and they
in.
were looking at other projects, they actually mocked that up and said, "There's no way we can do this."
No, you'd have to
legitimately
have
the
a
size
room
of
for
a
that.
horse.
Wait,
Yeah.
for Black Series? Are you
6
talking
feet
about,
tall.
Dave?
Black Series, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the
There's no
picture
way.
on Facebook? One of the forums, a guy did a TV scale, a 1/18 scale, and I think he said it was, I don't know, 48, 50 inches tall, and it looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used the neck. He used like a flexible, dryer hose or something in there.
Oh, what a good idea.
Yeah, that thing looked really nice.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, actually, Elmer sent me the photo of that, and he's like, "I'm gonna make one bigger than this."
Hey, John, what about Imperial Star Destroyer? Ever done that? Thought about doing it?
Yes, I've been trying to wrap my head around. Obviously, it wouldn't be to scale, but I kind of really want to do something, because the nice thing is, like, I'm not printing these out. Gary gets to print them out. So I get to do the fun part, but I'm not sure how it would work best. I have thought about doing a Raider, since I think that might be a little bit more manageable. because that's
Yeah.
I don't know, that's about the size of like a Tantive, I guess. That would be a lot of fun, and it still kind of like fits that whole like size of a thing, size of a ship that someone could probably display maybe. So that might be kind of fun. And I've
What
also
about
thought about doing like a Death Star, or like part of a Death Star.
Yeah, that's cool.
That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
just a hallway.
Yeah,
would
that
look
would be
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
hallway.
I mean,
That
we've
would
got.
look awesome.
I mean, I've got plenty of hallway pieces and stuff that people can put together, kind of whatever they want. Like I just took a lot of my Cantina files and just kind of made a couple extra bits and kind of sort of have a whole Cantina. So yeah, there's plenty of pieces they could make something up with. Like I did I have the pieces designed and to do like a Star Destroyer bridge with
Hell
like
yeah.
little pit
Yeah.
pieces.
That'd be awesome.
That would look fantastic.
We
I'm
need
trying
that.
That would be
I'm
awesome.
trying to think who it was that ended up doing the whole thing, but he printed it out and got a lot of those pieces put together, and so he made basically a whole Star Destroyer bridge, and it looks really cool. It's huge.
That might have been Matthew Gordon in the group.
Yeah, that. Yep.
Matthew
Yep.
did it. He
Yep,
had a
he's-
whole table, like
Yeah.
he had all
yeah.
lit up. That was
Yeah.
cool.
It is
Dang.
gorgeous because like I printed out a bunch of parts, sent them to him, and he ended up like cutting a lot of them up to like make them fit the angles.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, it's a gorgeous piece. It is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
I
he's-
bet.
You need something like that in TVC, like a Imperial Death, like
Mm-hmm.
the bridge there. That'd be awesome. Replace
would
that.
be.
Yeah, that'd be totally
I-
doable too in
I
that
really-
scale.
I'd love to do one. Honestly, the second runner-up was Imperial playset, so I like to do like
Yeah.
playsets that can kind of like fold up and stuff like what we used to have when we were kids.
Mhm.
I think something like a Death
Yeah.
Star would be at least, hopefully, something looks more like a Death Star than what we got in the '70s. But I think that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, like the circle that opens up or something.
Mhm.
You had the rooms in there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, like, because what was it G.I. Joe had that kind of sort of the Cobra Command Center or something? It was like
Terradrome?
yes, Terradrome. They had
Yeah.
a circular
Yeah.
design, and if I could get it to where it was almost like slices of a cake, or like
Yeah.
art, like brick, like arched bricks or something. You could put it together and kind of build layers to this thing, and that'd be really cool because I know a lot of people don't have the space to display this stuff, and so they only want like
Yeah.
bits and pieces. So like the AT-AT, a lot of people were like, "There's no way in heck I can print this," but I want the head, I want the foot,
Yep.
I want the leg, and so
Yeah.
Yeah.
try to because you guys put together like dioramas and like little bits and scenes and stuff, and so having a trash compactor room or a hallway or a landing bay or something like that would allow people to kind of choose what they want to make, and then eventually, if they get their man cave, they can print it out and make a big Death Star or something. I don't know.
John,
That's cool.
I was talking with my local buddies here because we're talking about a tabletop diorama, and we actually talked about a Terradrome for 6-inch classified because we have
That'd
like
be
an
amazing.
That would be so
8-foot
awesome.
circular table at Chris Con's, our local convention we did last summer. We're going to do it again in
Mhm.
July. Matt came; it
Yeah.
was awesome. But we're talking about some of my diorama ideas, and we actually thought about the Terradrome. That'd be really cool.
It's such an interesting design. I didn't have one, but it's such an interestingly designed playset. It's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I love
Pretty
it.
unique.
It's such a cool thing.
See, we're talking more about GI Joe than Star Wars because GI Joe has us more excited.
There's more to talk about. It's more interesting.
I love both. I love both.
Who was it that shared the meme on Thursday or Wednesday, whatever the live stream was? Yeah, the first, and it was like, might have been the Chaz guy. It was like
Chaz
Star Wars
Green.
live stream getting knocked over by the GI Joe reveals. Yeah,
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
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 It's funny.
Yeah. That was pretty accurate.
man. Oh, a lull in the conversation. Well, this is good. Who else has
That's
something they
the
want to
first
show off? Jeremy, you got any new pickups or anything you wanted to show tonight?
Well, it's not Star Wars related, unfortunately, but I did get. I haven't gotten a Predator for a while, so I got the Warrior Predator here.
Mm.
He just showed up.
How big is he?
Mhm.
I can't. Yeah.
Oh, he looks cool.
He's about 8 inches if you put him next to like a Black Series.
Okay.
I love that line.
Yeah,
I got a
he's
bunch
in
of those in my office.
Yeah,
That's
I
so
haven't
cool.
gotten a Predator for a while, so I was like, "Oh, this is nice."
Did they ever fix those hips on those ones, or are they still using those really janky designs?
They're a lot better. I mean, as far as the plastic quality and the
Mhm.
articulation is better. I
Mhm.
still didn't think. I think they could redesign it and update it, give us like a
Mhm.
little bit better, like modern articulation. But as far as the paint and the sculpt for $35, it's pretty damn good.
They
Yeah,
are.
the
They're
detail's
gorgeous.
pretty sick on the Predator. I've been meaning to pick
Yeah.
one up.
Even if you just get one,
Haven't yet.
Mhm.
just get one. NECA's gotten a lot better with them, especially the.
Yeah.
They're not as like tight. It doesn't feel like you're gonna break it right out of the box.
Mm.
I need to get one Predator so I
that's
can
cool.
take some pictures of it inside of a diorama that I'm going to send you someday.
Nice.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that thing. I remember that thing.
I was so close, ready to go, Jeremy,
jungle.
and then my life shut down. So
Mhm.
very close.
Oh, nice.
No, I knew you had a lot on your plate, brother. So that's why I was like, I'm not even gonna ask him about it. He's got
Yeah.
so much going on.
Yeah.
The jungle's looking good.
So I got something I can show.
You know what? Here, I'll ask you guys something.
Have you guys seen? This is
Oh,
the
nice.
Five
Oh, there you
Below.
go.
Anybody else pick this up for $7?
What it was at Five Below for $7?
Dang.
This is Black Series on it, but it
That's
comes with
awesome.
it's radio
looks good.
controlled. It
It-
where's the button? It's got a switch. It's got lights, LEDs.
For
That's
$7
pretty cool.
No
bucks.
kidding.
A
What-
little
what-
remote controlled. Yeah, so it fits a Black Series figure. So if you guys want something cheap, if you got Five Below, I mean they're around here in New England. I don't know where they are across the
Yeah.
country.
We got a bunch of them near
Yeah,
us.
we've got
Yeah,
it.
we got one.
It's got a little Grogu there,
Yeah.
which is actually pretty decent.
What line is it from? What's it?
That's funny.
It's some little kid's toy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it
Five
comes
Below's
with-
got just random cheap Star Wars toys, but they look cool.
Yeah, so you get rid of the figure that comes on it, and then you have to. I had to mod the abdomen a little bit. I had to Dremel out his I can get that on the camera. I had to Dremel out basically his abdomen so I can get more ab crunch out of him.
Mm,
But after you do that, you can get the
Yeah.
Black Series to fit on it. So
no kidding.
little
That's
project
really neat.
That's awesome.
people watching if you pick up one of these things. So
You just
I think
somehow fashion a clear
They're
stand
supposed
to
to
put it
be.
on.
Yeah. Get a stand or something.
yeah, you need a
They're
little.
supposed to be redoing Mando. They're supposed to be doing a new one,
That's
like
yeah.
re-sculpting him or
Mhm.
Yeah, they
what
did
they
say
say.
that.
Yeah.
Well,
re-engineering.
Black
After getting
Series
that
Mando?
Mulder-
That's what I
One.
expect. Like probably leading up to March 1st, we're gonna get some new announcements for new figures. Hopefully, like
Yeah.
actually see them, not just here's some pictures. Go find them in the store.
Yeah. Maybe they'll slap a cloth cape on him this time.
oh, I hope so.
That would be nice.
That'd be so.
That
That'd
would
be great.
nice.
Give me one with the
Should.
spear.
Yeah,
We have a cloth cape.
they
for
can do
the-
soft goods in the Black Series when they want to.
Yeah. Does the Amazon 2-pack have a? Did he have a cloth cape in that one?
No.
Like, look at this.
No. No,
Look how
it's
much
the
this
same
came off of a
plastic,
Darth Vader.
Yeah,
Look
that's
how much material they use for his cape. That's
Yeah, the
insane.
cape is huge.
It's great.
Well,
Yeah, it's like that's way too much.
that's how big it was. The real cape was a 3/4 circle.
was
Yeah.
it really?
Yep.
Huh.
Wow.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, it's a huge
Wow.
cape.
Yeah, I started getting into the
Yeah,
cosplay,
he's got all the.
and when
Okay.
I was researching it,
Okay.
yep, that's how big it is.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love more soft
Been a
goods
long
in Black
time.
Series. You know, like in the Endor Trooper, right? Why doesn't he come with a jacket or a poncho or something? You know, deluxe.
Yeah.
That'd be a perfect. Then you
Exactly.
could customize them a little. You know, you could
Mhm.
army build a little better. You know,
And they already got it made.
Put
Just
Vader
take
on
the
it,
one
yeah.
off of Han and throw it in there.
right?
True.
Yeah.
The Snoke throne or whatever.
Oh yeah,
So
Oh, that looks good.
threw Vader in there. Yeah.
Oh,
Snoke went somewhere else.
I'm trying to think if I have one of my thrones up here for Vader.
Yeah, I'd love to get one.
I got them on my eBay page. I got a bunch of them.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Check it out.
I gotta grab one of those. Yeah.
I also wanted to give you guys a look at my selfie figure. Anybody want to see that?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, let's check it out. Put it to full screen
Yeah, we got to see that.
if you can.
Let me see if I can do. How do I do full screen here?
Is it the one with the open mouth?
Yeah, here we go.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Yes.
That is so funny.
So,
Wow.
Oh man.
how do you like it, David?
Good question. I don't really like it that much. I was super pumped.
Was
I
that-
was really excited. I don't know. It
It doesn't really
okay.
look like you, man.
It's okay. It's just
No, it doesn't.
I don't
You
think
know,
I've seen a single one.
It
That
looks like
does.
Tim Allen making a weird face.
Yeah, it looks like the Santa Claus, Tim Allen.
yeah.
Yeah.
So funny.
I was disappointed. I mean,
Yeah.
one thing was the lighting. When I took my picture, you can see it's kind of red around the eyes and the face.
Yeah.
That was just the lighting. I was
Yeah.
in the back. I tried to have like fluorescent lights or whatever, bright lights, and then you kind of got to gauge the skin tone, and it just so it looks like I'm all red faced, and it's it goes back to the structure of the head, the shape of the head. You got skinny, fat head, whatever. There's limitations or whatever technology they're using there.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
I made my own.
Yeah.
I got a
There you go.
and you
That
know
one
what?
looks good.
It was
That's
close
not bad.
enough.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd it
That's
go?
awesome.
Oops, wrong button. Hang on.
I was afraid, honestly, the selfie series would put a lot of face sculptors out of business, but I don't think that's happening.
No.
But it just kind of pissed me off though that you see this come on and immediately a lot of people are like, oh, this is I can have a selfie piece made. Now I don't have to pay someone to sculpt it for like $300 or complaining about the prices that was being charged for their heads to be sculpted. I'm like, you realize how many you realize once you sculpt that head, you can never reuse that for anyone else. Like that's the reason why it costs so much.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
so I get like these selfie series are almost doomed to not even look like us because they're not going to use faces that look like us because we're so varied that they're not going to do that.
The
But
best I could tell from, and I did a video on this, is that because they show all they're mapping whatever they capture in that app, they're mapping that onto a standard buck of a head.
yeah,
And so there's limitations on how they can stretch things or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just
I think for those of us that are a little bit rounder in the shape of our faces, it doesn't work well. And then of course like facial hair, especially when your facial hair like changes the shape of your profile, like if you shave off my beard, I don't look like me.
Right.
When I looked at my scan in there, I was like, it looked like a child because it takes off your facial hair. It's bizarre.
yeah.
It does.
Oh, it won't let you
Yeah,
have
this
facial
didn't
hair?
stay when I tried it.
No,
Yeah, my skin looked ridiculous, so I just
you didn't do
didn't
it?
even fool with it.
No.
How about
I'd rather.
David,
Sorry, go ahead.
what did that cost you out the door shipped?
It was the $60.
Oh, I thought it was 80.
Okay.
Well, they
I noticed
bumped
they
it.
adjusted the price.
Yeah, they went up to
Yeah.
80. Then they realized they brought it back down for that
Oh, they did.
Pulse-Con
okay.
weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they never went
Yeah.
back to 80 because they had so much pushback on the price. They never went back up to
Yeah.
80.
That was crazy. It was like the day before. They're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's gonna be $80, not 60."
Yeah.
You're like, "What?" Good.
Yeah. How great
Like, what are they thinking? Yeah.
They thought they had a hit product, is what they thought, and they were
Yeah,
gonna-
they did.
yeah.
They could have. They very
Yeah.
well could have. But if they, if those came out way better than the way they did, no.
Yeah.
Sadly, because I was ready to pull the trigger.
Yeah. It was nice. It was nice of what's her name to bring one to ChrisCon though.
Yeah, that was cool meeting Emily and
Yeah.
seeing hers. But like I said, even hers, limited. You know, I can tell.
Right.
You know, it's just the limitations of whatever they're working with. You know, because they're not paying somebody to sculpt someone's face for 2 hours. You know, to digitally sculpt it. They're mapping it onto something they have preset. So.
Yeah, the only way I can see it working though is if they only locked it down to people that had, you know, one of the phones that has the LiDAR sensor on it that actually, I mean, because there are like the newer iPhones do have a LiDAR scanner on it where you can actually do 3D scanning. Because I've done that. I've done some of that in my work, and it's interesting, but it doesn't get you the fidelity you need to get a good action figure head. But even that would still be probably maybe a little bit better than what we're getting, since they're all just standard heads anyways. But you know, you can't lock it down to just one type of phone. Like it would be, that just wouldn't be profitable. That wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it was a
nobody
decent
else
idea.
ordered one, huh? None of you guys got one.
No, I passed on that one.
No, I couldn't do it. Yeah,
I tried the scan just for fun. It looked silly, so that's as far as I went with it.
Yeah.
I bought a Scourge head for like $8.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could also get away with this guy, Gary.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, pretty close.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
that would you get the monocle.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
So let me ask the group a question. Do you guys think we'll see anything new as far as like something special for the 40th anniversary of Jedi, either for TVC or for Black Series, like that we don't know about?
I mean, I've got some wishes, but I don't know if they'll come to fruition or not.
Like, I'll give you an example, like the Heroes of Endor set, you know, something like that, or bring it back Jabba the Hutt somehow in like a nice, you know, convention exclusive type of package or something.
Or re-release the Emperor's Throne.
Like they could, yeah. I even thought about, that's a good point. Like if they recreated that scene with like Palpatine with his throne, a Vader and a Luke, if they did that in a 3-pack, like for a convention exclusive, you know, something like that. Just because they're going to release those figures anyway. They're going to be on card backs. They're going to be, there's a new Vader, there's a new Luke coming in. So
Did they say they were going to pipeline Vader with the removable helmet from Jedi for Black Series? They did, right?
Yeah, they did.
I mean, TVC is what they showed, I think.
Yeah, but I think they
TVC.
said,
They might have, might have been in the pipeline. I hope they do something like that. I hope they're not done with the 40th Return of the Jedi. I mean, that's one of my favorite movies. It's a really marketable one where they can do a lot of different stuff with. So I hope there's more 40th releases. I mean, there's so much stuff that you can do. The year just started, so I'm hoping, you know, but I hope
probably
they don't.
they're probably saving it for Celebration, I would think, whatever that is.
They would probably do some reveals for Celebration, yeah. I'm hoping we get some stuff for Clone Wars 20th. They really haven't done much for that. They told us that was coming, but we haven't seen too much stuff.
I haven't heard a word about it.
Yeah, so I'm hoping we get some stuff for that, because there's so much stuff you could do for that too. So, I'm hoping for a lot of reveals this year.
Yeah, me too. Are you guys fans of Walgreens getting the clones, the exclusives?
No, that's a stupid idea.
That needs to shift over to like Hasbro Pulse or like Disney Shop Disney.
Just
that needs to be something where it's like let people.
Or
exactly. Let people
like Matt
buy,
said, make it a fan channel.
Limit up to 4. Yeah, limit up to 4 per customer, because you know people like to army build at least 2 to 4. And
Walgreens puts out one figure at a time.
Yeah.
My Walgreens still has Cassian Andor from Rogue One, so in his little blue parka hoodie thing.
Figures that won't go away.
They won't. They haven't gone anywhere.
At my local Walgreens, I did see 7 of the 212th on the shelf at one time.
Wow,
really?
7 in one spot?
Wow,
7 at one store.
Wow. That's the most I've ever seen or ever heard about.
And then the 187th, I just ordered through their app. It was
I got it online
like
too.
3 days.
those type of figures that are army building or clones should never be exclusives. They should be mainline.
Yeah,
and
you should be able to buy troopers
easy
anytime.
to obtain. Yes, that's
Yeah.
crazy that they would make them, especially for a Walgreens. If you want to make something that's like a one-off that people are going to buy once as an exclusive for Walgreens because you're
Mhm.
begging for exclusive partners, then okay, but don't give them like a clone or something people would want to army build. That's just idiotic.
Yeah.
Because they don't do pre-orders. Well, neither does anyone else
Yeah.
anymore. But they can't.
Right.
But they
Yeah.
can't. They, you know, it's hard to find them in store. And then if they are in stock online, it's for like a day because they don't limit how many you can buy at a time.
Yeah.
So if somebody buys 20 and sells them all on eBay.
Yeah.
So
That's exactly what happens.
My
What
my
did we
understanding
get for
is
the
they will.
Empire anniversary that was new?
I
we
don't
got
know.
we got the snow speeder, the
Mhm.
the
We got a
from
new
Empire.
Vader. We got a new
The Hoth-
Vader.
A Hasbro
Yeah.
Vulture.
A new Vader.
Okay, we did get the Empire Strikes Back Vader.
Yeah,
Which
that
is
was a
my
great
all-time
figure.
favorite.
Oh yeah, that did come out. Yes,
Yeah.
and then we got the Hoth Trooper.
Yeah.
But
Probe
we didn't
droid,
really
yeah.
get a lot.
They also did
Well, we
they
got
did a brand new Luke, the Snow Speeder Luke. That was a
Yeah.
brand new figure.
Yeah.
And
was
they were
Hoth-
Hoth,
an
Hoth
updated-
Leia, was she for
Oh, Hoth Leia.
40th?
Oh, we got we got Hoth Leia. We got what was
Mhm.
the
And the Wampa, the Rebox
and
Wampa.
this guy.
Yep,
Yeah.
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 and we got Dagobah Luke.
David,
We
I
also
think
got
you
the,
sold me one of those.
What's that?
We got
Didn't
the
you sell
Imperial
me a
Probe
Wampa?
Droid.
I did.
Oh,
I
yeah,
sold you
Probe
my
Droid.
extra Wampa. Yeah.
Probe droid, the Luke and Yoda set.
Yeah, looking.
But,
Yeah.
but we didn't get any new figures, or not many.
We got some. We got
And Return of the Jedi's got a ton of figures that we've never seen that they could
right.
do,
If we
and
don't
it
if we
would be
don't get
nice.
some Jabba's Palace aliens in Black
Mhm.
Series, I'm gonna be pissed for sure. Like, it's about time.
Yeah.
This is the time to do it.
Well, they're giving us a new Chewie from Jabba's Palace, right? With the
Yeah.
chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have gotten one of these.
Yes.
We're getting another Gamorrean.
Yeah.
Yes, we should have gotten Lobot.
Yeah.
Which actually I think the Lobot, or not the Lobot, sorry. The Gamorrean actually is kind of that's kind of a fun one because he's one of my favorite Black
Yeah.
Series figures.
That's a great figure.
Yeah.
That
The
is-
Target
yeah.
exclusive one. If you just buy one on their app after tax, it's $40-something and
Yeah.
shipping. Unless you buy something else and get free
Okay,
shipping.
there were a few
It's a chunk.
new ones.
Mhm.
I gotta
It's such a
imagine
good figure.
Vader
though.
was the best.
they've got to re-release Jabba. I just have to imagine Jabba's coming this year. I don't know how they could
Yeah.
go this long without doing
Somehow.
And they
And
need
he's,
to give
he's
us
a good
his
figure.
hookah.
I like him. He's a good one. He's a good figure.
He
But you
is. But
gotta-
I'm just saying availability. Like it's been
Yeah.
a long time.
He's got to come with something else though. It can't just be Jabba in a box. Like the Blue Line release. It's got to be something. You got to give
Give
us,
the hookah and the pipe.
something.
Well, something tells me because we're gonna get monkey lizards in Mando season 3. I think they're gonna figure out somehow
Yeah.
to reuse those because they've already been in the creature pack that was that
Yeah.
Disneyland exclusive or whatever. There's gonna be a way that they're gonna do it.
We can get Jabba on
I
his
don't know that they'll
thing.
on his throne. Yeah.
Yes. Is it the throne? He's just like on like like.
I mean, they could just do a cardboard throne. Honestly, that's just a block.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
with some little. I mean,
He
they could
was a
literally do that
convention
in some
exclusive,
plastic
but it's
pieces.
been there was a convention exclusive, but that was an old one.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones, and it didn't come with the block. It was cardboard. It came with the
Mhm.
hookah, and it came with
the
Salacious, and
fence.
it came with
Yeah.
goes for big money now.
Yeah,
It
it's an
does.
eBay
Yeah.
exclusive
I saw
now.
one
That's
eBay
it.
exclusive.
locally. I saw one for $300 at a
Yep,
local collector
That's
shop.
about right. Yeah.
I printed one.
Yeah.
Did you?
Print one of the
Oh yeah,
thrones.
I bet.
I've got
Gary,
a Jabba for sale
you
right
need-
now on my Mercari. If anybody wants an extra Jabba, so I've got one up there.
What kind of Jabba?
The Black Series one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just put it up for sale. So
Somebody jump on it. It's a fun figure. I like
Is
the-
it loose or in
couple
box,
of them.
David?
loose. I was asking 65 for it. I don't know if that's too high or not, but that's kind of
Oh, that's about the market for it.
yeah. So it's there.
I can't believe how much it's going for in the box right now. It's crazy. Just the regular Java from Blue Line. It's like $100.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Makes me sad I threw away the box.
All right.
I kept that box for like years, and then finally when we moved, I was
man.
like, all right, screw it. I'm just gonna throw this thing away. I don't need this box anymore.
Makes me sad that I thought $30 was too much for it. I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Those
glad
things sat at Target for so long.
I think I got mine for like 45 or something offline somewhere, and he's been sitting in my Smuggler's Bounty for a few years.
Oh yeah.
It's a pretty good
nice.
figure for what it is.
Yeah. Wow.
He's missing a little dude, but also
Yeah.
made him a vintage style.
That looks good.
I love
What do
that
you-
piece, John.
Where did that
That's
come
awesome.
from? Where did you 3D printed that?
Yeah, I designed it.
Oh,
That's
nice.
awesome.
Yeah. You need
So,
some cardboard with those bones.
How much do those go for? We need something like that for 40.
Well, you can talk to my Jabba's or Watto's Junkyard Patreon members, and they'll be happy to make one for you. Gary, what would you sell this for?
I don't know. I try to print things first and see make sure they come out good, that I can make them look good before.
That's cool. Yeah, that's something
that's
we need.
critical.
I can't believe Hasbro hasn't released something like that yet.
Yeah.
I'm okay that they don't right now. Because Hasbro has a nasty habit of as soon as I make something, they release it. So like the Emperor's Throne, for example.
Oh, so who is it?
Back when I was selling those, I was selling like a ton of them, and then they came out with it, and then same thing with the Land Speeder, and I guess now the N1. I was like, that was only inevitable, but yeah, I like that throne. It's a fun one.
It's nice.
Yeah, I like that.
I bet they're not going to do a shuttle though.
No.
No,
No chance.
no, not one that's with all the interior that I'm doing for it. That's gonna be fun. I got pictures of concept art that they never actually used for the interior of the shuttle. What's his name? Someone sent me some photos and of just like sketchbook artwork that they scanned in for one of the books, and it's really cool looking. So I'm excited to model that. That'll be fun.
So is that shuttle 8 feet tall with the wings, the lateral wings down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to figure out the mechanism to get it to get the wings to go up. And someone else was printing out a shuttle and posted pictures of like the mechanism that the designer created to make the wings actually like go up and go down. And it was this very complicated system of gears. And I think they used like the rear turret to like, they would rotate it and that would basically like bring the wings up. But that won't work for 112. Like those wings are going to be very heavy. So I got to figure it out.
That sounds like a front yard piece, man. Like, where else are you going to put them?
Yeah, seriously.
Exactly.
Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But it looks cool.
You have to build a landing pad for it then.
Yeah.
For real. There was who was it? Somebody posted a photo of them turning. It looked like a coffee table or like a small. It looks like it's going to be a table, but they're turning that into a landing pad with like an AT-AT.
Oh, I saw that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like that. That was pretty cool. That was really nifty.
I don't think they'll do it, but I'd like to see them do like a multi-pack of Ewoks, just so you could kind of like build out, just having more variations of Ewoks. Or even the Ewok that's got the glider that drops the rocks. They should do something like that.
That'd be
In the
cool.
Black Series, but I don't think they will. I mean, that would be a cool like convention exclusive because, I mean, you got Celebration, and then you got like what is it, San Diego Comic-Con. And then they moved Toy Fair to the fall. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
Yeah.
So Toy Fair is at the end of the year, so they could release it, like in October.
I mean, they have what, 3 Ewok molds now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that
I
idea.
know
of
they
the
can do a couple
multi-pack.
more.
Yeah, different paint jobs.
Yeah.
So do you guys think we'll ever get another Haslab Black Series, or are they done?
I think
I
they'll
don't
try
know.
again. I think they'll try again.
But what could they do that would work?
Yeah.
I have
A
my idea.
Rancor apparently almost works. So
A lot of people make suggestions in the live streams I have. People have some really good suggestions. There's like Republic Gunship, TIE Advanced. My favorite is the X-Wing, although I know it's too big, but I want the X-Wing.
It's not too big. They
What
did.
would you get? Well,
They did
I like-
Matt,
the
that-
Jabba's barge, and that was what, 4 feet long.
I know.
Mhm.
That's yeah.
An
So,
X-wing would be 4
Matt, let me ask you that.
I
If the Haslab was an X-wing, how much would you pay for it? What would be your cap?
if it's if it's like the size of the barge or maybe even a little, I don't know, $500.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
If
I'd pay
the
$500
thing's
for it.
open and everything, like the barge was 500, right?
Because that
yeah, But I
could
don't
be
think it needs
a
to
main
be
centerpiece.
that big.
I don't think it needs to be that big either. I think people are making a big deal about that. So I think you can
Um,
scale it down and make it work. And I don't think it needs to be $500, but
Yeah.
I think you could get it done for if it was 400, that probably is a lot better than 500.
It's the
I
wrong
think it might
question,
be
Jeremy.
probably
they
about
could do
the
it
size of
between-
like the Razor Crest, and somewhere around there, 350.
Yeah,
I think would be
350.
Yeah,
good.
that would be 350 would be a no brainer. But they overprice them a lot, so
Mhm.
they try to get every.
Yeah.
Well,
dollar
I'm
they
thinking
can.
like so the Cobra his tank was what 350, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that
that was
be
300.
300.
Was it?
And that's got like electronics and stuff inside.
Yeah, that was $299 with,
I,
and it
I wish
came
I
with
got
like
on that one.
it came with like 8 figures too.
Yeah.
It had some,
I know,
killer
right?
tears.
They got to steal.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is like plastic wise, like I mean the X-wing would be larger, but mass wise, I would imagine his tank would have to be you could probably be about the same weight as the his tank, and actually I think Gary's X-wing that you got from John Walker, I think that size maybe a little bit longer would work.
Yeah, me too.
Because you got to think it's a toy. You got to think toyetically with it, how it works, and for 40 years, Star Wars has gotten away with, or Hasbro Kenner has gotten away with, changing the proportions because a true to scale vehicle just does not work.
No. Too big.
I mean,
It
that
is.
Black Series snow speeder, for how much plastic is in it, it's not that heavy. It's
No.
not that bad.
No, it's shell. It's just a shell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
And we always talk about how we want this stuff to be fully to scale, but like I did a Millennium Falcon at 1/12 scale, and as soon as people because everyone was like, I want a Millennium Falcon, and I was like, okay, fine. So I did
You're
like
you sure?
I did like the 12 to 3 o'clock section, and it was that
Yeah.
that SDCC diorama. Like I made one look kind of like that from like 2017 or something. That was still 5 feet long.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
weighed 45 pounds.
Ah,
Just,
The cockpit was
just half of
that I
it.
printed was, I don't know, was it like 15, 16 inches long? Just
Hang
the
on.
cockpit.
with just the cockpit.
I got one right here.
Wow.
Hang on.
So while John's doing that, this is my Haslab idea, and I keep saying this: give us 10 figures, $400, $40 each, but 10 figures that we never see at retail because they wouldn't sell that many. And because Black Series collectors like
That's a
the
great idea.
So fill out the cantina or fill out Jabba's palace, and it's all new tooling, and you're not going to use it again. So the Haslab has to cover the cost of it. But I think they could sell a set of obscure aliens as a Haslab to Black Series.
100%.
I love the
100%.
multi-pack idea. Yeah. Throw
that's
some
my idea.
accessories in there.
Yeah.
I like the multi-pack idea.
I would
These are all-
totally pay
Oh,
in
those
for
are
that.
cool.
Yeah, these are all customs by Corey at Sandcrawler Customs, by the way.
Oh, I love Corey.
Yeah, Corey's
Yeah,
awesome.
He does some awesome stuff. Yeah.
It's a great idea.
What do you got, John?
Black Series
Wow.
scale Falcon car. There might be a spider in here. This thing's been sitting on my shelf for 2 years. But I'm really proud of this. Again, my painting is terrible, so I'm sorry. Let's see.
No, that's
Yeah,
cool.
it-
That looks
It's a
cool.
great print. It printed nice. It's clean.
Hmm.
It
That's
goes
nice.
together really nice.
Yeah.
That could sell. They could sell that.
Yeah, I think this would work.
Oh, yeah.
People have suggested that as a Haslab to me, just doing the cockpit of the Falcon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
you guys
Because it would
recognize
work
this
for
gun?
both sequel trilogy and original trilogy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, I'd totally go for that.
And then
It's cool.
there's probably 6 to 8 figures that you could tier.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
there's multiple figures that actually drove the Falcon. So
A Chewbacca that could sit down.
So let me throw this out.
Yeah,
Return of the Jedi, Haslab cockpit, Lando, Need Nub,
Mm.
and then the Rebel guys that were sitting in the background.
Yeah.
Like
That's
it.
what I want. That is
Well, they
what
got
I
enough
want.
land.
Good
That's
idea.
awesome.
Someone,
Yeah,
other
that's
people have
awesome.
suggested ATST too for Haslab. I thought that was a pretty good idea.
that would
I think that would be.
I think a
cool
lot of
idea.
people would buy that.
And it looks
Yeah.
good. Like if you guys have seen Nathan
People
Coates,
would probably buy 2 if
Model.
they could.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've seen that pictures Nathan shared, John.
Yeah.
those- the
and
ATS
apparently the
ones.
joints work. Like that was my big thing. I was like, I couldn't believe you got it to stand.
Yeah, I got that file. I
Yeah.
just haven't printed it yet.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
these would be
curious.
incredible.
Where did you get it from?
Oh,
Was that guy's Kickstarter, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I went ahead and spent $100 so I can print it and sell it
Mm-hmm.
if I ever get to that point.
It looks really nice.
It does.
Yeah, I couldn't believe when he posted the video of him showing it off fully made and standing up. I immediately messaged him. I was like, "There's no way that thing stood more than 5 seconds. Like, it looks like it. Like I can't even get the TVC one to stand up. Like how is that one standing up?
Yeah, seriously.
My TVC one is standing in my office at work, and it's like crouched down, like a sad chicken.
Yeah, that thing's a disaster.
Yeah.
Is the new one going to be better?
No,
We'll see, right?
No. Mm-mm.
I hope so. I really do.
Need an ATST driver on a card back. That would look dope.
That's what I want. I'm a junkie for that guy. I don't know why. I have a lot of them from kind of the old ones. I want him in Black Series so bad. ATSD driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That needs to
That would be
happen.
cool.
I think that was my favorite.
We could have
Kenner
done that
toy
instead
was
of Admiral Akbar.
Oh, was it? Yeah, that was my. I had several of them when I was a kid from
The
Kenner.
one where you can push the button and his feet walk, you know?
Yeah.
Great toy. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah. I need to actually print out a stand for the TVC one though, so I can get him actually in poses and do something with him.
Yeah, that thing's a disaster.
It is. I still remember as a kid though, like with the one with the button, just like going across the yard. Just going,
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I got one in the other room. It still works.
They're cool.
Funny.
So I got something to show you guys. You guys, who has the Ned B figure?
Oh, he's sitting in my loot crate, or not loot crate, pile of loot right now.
Really cool figure. I like the design. You know, it's a good design, right?
Yeah.
Good character design.
I'll
Yeah.
buy it on clearance.
Mine's sitting right
Yeah.
You might get that chance.
there.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them sitting at Target right
There's-
now.
Yep.
You can barely see that yellow. Yeah.
My wife was at Target.
big boy.
She sent me a picture of that. And I said, yes, get it.
So I had the pin broke on my elbow. I
Oh
wanted to show you
no.
guys. How do I do
You're
that?
kidding me.
Yeah. How do I get full screen here?
There you go.
See the pin right there? It's missing.
Oh my god.
So
Huh.
the
At
end
the
of
elbow?
yeah, right here.
Aw.
Yeah.
So it's there on that side, but
Uh-huh.
it actually broke and popped out.
Oh yeah.
Aw. Can you
So-
still bend the elbow?
Yeah, so the elbow's still articulating, but
Yeah.
I could pop this off. See, I don't know if you can see.
Oh yeah. You can just.
It's gonna break if I'm not careful with it. So
Contact
Just a heads up.
Hasbro.
yeah, I'm gonna ask for a return, but you know, all the droids have these clear pins now, and
Mhm.
this is the first time I've seen have a problem with them. But I
Yeah.
just thought I'd throw that to you guys, see if anybody else has had any.
No.
No, I don't have.
I've got a K2SO still sitting in a box,
Yeah.
and my son plays with him, and he doesn't. I haven't had any issues with him.
Because the Dark Troopers have the same
Same
their
thing.
pins. Yeah. So
Yeah.
And I'm
Just,
assuming
heads
that
up.
pin is gone.
I didn't know those
Right.
pins were clear.
Yeah.
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 That
That's all
pin
the way
became
back to
vacuum
Rogue
cleaner
One.
made, I'm assuming.
So maybe it's just a thing with the plastic. But
Yeah.
heads up on that.
That's too bad.
I presume you could fix it pretty easily. I mean, it's just a simple, just get the diameter and put a little screw through it. So
Yeah. But
Now, this was my first plastic-free figure,
Yeah, same here.
but I opened most of mine, or I'll open them all eventually. But when I was opening it, I really started feeling for the in-box collectors because, I mean, you don't know what's in there.
yeah.
And even once you open it
Like
up,
you're unboxing it.
you know, the accessories were all in little bags. You
mhm.
couldn't even see those.
Yeah.
Feels like you're
I
unboxing
feel
an
for the
egg roll.
inbox collectors.
Yeah.
I've
The
I've seen a lot of
perfectionists are worried.
I've seen a lot of people, they post when they're like, I bought one. I got this. Someone posted they got the Duke and Ram cycle and opened it, and there was another
Yeah.
motorcycle and a different. Yeah, that's happened for a lot of figures. People that's, the figure swappers are pretty happy about this.
It's I saw one of
That's
the
terrible.
Eternals figures. What was the one that the not Athena, but she was like the leader of the Eternals. She was in a DC multiverse box, and it's like the figure that, like, it was funny though because she's a small actress. I can't remember her name. Selma Hayek. She's a small person, but like the character that the box that she was in was like gigantic, and I was like, it was so clearly not character that it's like that she was in the box. I'm like, God dang it.
Word's getting out there to retailers because I had
unfortunate.
a woman at Walmart grill me when I went to return a Marvel Legends figure, and I hadn't opened it, and it wasn't
Really?
packaged. It was a regular plastic, box. It was last summer, and she was going over that thing with a fine-tooth comb, looking at the pictures and trying to.
Good for her.
Yeah,
Good.
so the word was gotten out through management or whatever because this person was checking it over, and she said we were told to look real careful.
That's good.
She still couldn't tell if it was the same right figure or not. I was like, it's the right.
Like, trust me. It's the right.
But
You
could
don't
you
know what's
imagine
supposed to be in
buying
there
one of these
sometimes.
and not opening it for 5 years, and then you finally open it,
Oh.
and it's not what you thought it was?
Schrodinger's Black
It'd be
Series.
so sad.
Your heart would just stop. Wow.
I mean, what if it was one that you bought, and you never opened? It went up in price. Yours was mint in box. You sell it on eBay for like $500, and then somebody opens it, and it's like it's not even there.
What do you got, Jeremy?
Yeah, we need that, Jeremy.
Some creature.
It's like I found this at a collector shop. I think it's TVC scale, but it's like that creature that they fight in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
But it's got like this thing's pretty awesome. It's got an articulated jaw, and I'm not sure what year it was made, but it's got like it's got bendy wire in the tail.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, like Black Series needs to get on this. But
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of pre-posed, but it's a pretty good version.
And there's some of those files on CG Trader I've seen. Max Rebo's band. There's a lot of files out there. If you can get somebody to print this stuff, but it'd be nice if Hasbro would just make it.
Yeah.
Max Rebo band.
I think is
something we need.
Yeah, someone suggested Max Rebo band for Haslab. I think that's a pretty good idea.
I'd like a original Max Rebo's band. I don't.
Yes.
Oh,
I want give me Sly Snoodles. Give me the big.
Not
woman.
the screaming guy.
I don't need him.
No.
No.
I might actually be okay.
Yeah,
with
that's what they'll
backup
do.
singers. They might be okay, but I need the original band.
That'd be another Haslab project.
Right.
Give us the band and the singers and the drummer, or I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Throw some stuff in there.
And
We could get Ula there.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah, get Ula. Although
when I see the body that they put Ayla Secure on, it makes me think that maybe eventually they will do more. Especially the female singers.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, they should.
Although with the Max Rebo, I'm a little sad when I was watching Book of Boba
Actually,
Fett.
Ayla
and
right here.
We got to see you know, that Max Rebo has no bottom half of his body. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
For 30 years, I'm like, or 35 years, I'm like sitting there looking at, I'm like, oh, he's got like a body underneath there somewhere, but apparently not.
Yeah.
It's just a little torso.
It's the top half. That's funny.
Matt, how is Aleph, the figure there that you were just holding?
Yeah.
Did you do a review yet on her?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't watch it yet.
My review for Ayla went up a few days ago. Very cool figure. I have one little QC error on her right ear. I got a blob of brown right there, brown paint. Probably going to try to either file it down or get some acetone, you know, try to get that brown off. But overall,
Yeah.
it's a great figure. Got great articulation. Face looks really good. Pretty happy with this one.
And she can hold the lightsaber. That's good.
And she can hold the lightsaber very well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
of course, she could get it over.
What'd you
her
guys
head.
think about them saying Kiani Moody is not going to be out till spring of 2024?
Next summer? Yeah.
It was weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that what they
Yeah,
said? I
I
didn't
was
see
kind of
that.
surprised by that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Summer
It seems like they were
24.
Yeah.
pipelining that one for like at least a year at this point, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I got a couple of Outer Rim Trader heads, so I was going to make some
those
custom.
are good.
yeah.
Show those again.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, those are awesome.
But
Those are great.
I'm
I'm
really
gonna
happy
definitely
that they're updating
make
that
this
body.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I would love to see him.
That's pretty cool.
I'm glad they're updating that Jedi body though, because that's I just picked up the Mace Windu, the Clone Wars one, which is a holy cow, he's a great Mace Windu, but it's a dated
Yeah.
body,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'd love
It
to
is.
see what's going to go on with Coyote.
So, out of curiosity, how do you guys feel about comparing Black Series and SH Figure Arts figures? Because of the price difference is so big.
Yeah.
I think in the face department, I think Black Series takes it for the most part. But for quality,
I've never had one, so
I mean,
they
I've
look
never
great.
seen one in person. I've only
So
seen
here's
pictures,
the
but some
Darth
of the
Maul.
SH Figure Arts faces just don't look right to me.
Show him again,
Yeah.
John.
Can you get this
Yeah, the focus.
focus? Sorry, I got paint on my hands from today.
Yeah, it's a little blurry.
How's the feel of
that's
those
a great
figures? I
figure.
mean, do they?
This one feels pretty good. I've had him for a while. His joints feel really nice. He's a really smooth figure to play around with. The face on him is there's times where I look at the face and I go, that looks like someone out of the film. Like that. I think that's just how good it is. But in terms of like, oh, apparently one of the horns is broken. That's sad. But you know, for the amount of money that they're charging for SH Figure Arts versus Black Series and how good the faces are getting now, I don't know if, you know, I'm not really gravitating towards SH Figure Arts anymore. So I feel like it's the Black Series kind of fills that hole. And honestly, I feel like SH Figure Arts, especially kind of thinking of like the recent Boba Fett they put out with the throne, it seems very fiddly. And like when they had the Mando where he had the shoulder strap and like the 14 parts that went with that for his rifle, that didn't look fun. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Hey.
You guys seen that?
So, you know, when they come with all those extra sets of hands and heads and this, that, and the other, and you have to keep the box.
Yeah.
Does anybody have those? I mean, how easy is it to swap everything around? And is it really, or is it just a gimmick?
I think it just kind of depends on, like, the hands aren't too bad. The heads are pretty easy to take off and switch. Like that Luke has a faceplate and the hair comes off. So like it's 3 parts for a head. And those aren't too bad. The hands, I feel like sometimes can feel like you're about to rip the peg off or break it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
The plastic is more rigid, right, on the SH Figure Arts?
There you go.
Yeah, it's there's not any give.
Yeah.
towards these is much harder than
Yeah,
the
they're very
rubbery
unforgiving
stuff.
as far as
But you know, the upside of that is the detail on it is fantastic.
Yeah.
It looks great. That Luke, David, I got him sitting up on my shelf. I love that guy. He can hit all the poses I need. He's perfect.
His
You know.
articulation is so much better than Black Series, Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
And
thinking I have a bunch of this SH figure arts, but he's the only one I have here on the shelf with me today because I think most of them I actually did put away.
Yeah.
But like they're really good, especially the Jedi. Like the Kenobis they have are really good. The Darth Maul that John showed was really good.
Mm-hmm.
The droids, 3PO
Yeah,
and
yeah.
R2.
Yeah, the
really
droids
good.
do look really nice.
The battle droid that they did was incredible.
And the droids are more properly scaled too, right?
No, they're smaller actually.
From
Yeah,
what
they're
I've
a
seen.
little
Oh, they
small.
I know IG-11 or IG-88 was actually, I
big.
think, the right
Yeah.
size, and R2,
Really?
I think R2D2 is right size.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of actually, after seeing some reviews of the IG-11, I was like, I kind of was wanting to grab him.
I have him here.
I missed out on him.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, obviously the IG-11 we got for Black Series is not IG-11 in the slightest.
No.
No, that one's pretty bad actually.
Yeah, but
Yes.
like the TVC one, oh my goodness, that thing is awesome. If you don't have the TVC IG-11, you need to go pick that guy up. He is cool.
Yeah. So
Oh,
this is I did splurge on the IG 11. I'm getting the numbers mixed up. Anyway, on the SH figure arts
Mm-hmm.
because the Black Series one is so bad, so I wanted to buy one of these. And yeah, it's probably the most expensive figure I've ever bought. But it's amazing. It really is. This one's really, really
That was
big.
huge.
I feel
Yeah,
like I'm
it's big.
cheating on Black Series if I buy one of those.
Yeah.
No.
The ones Black Series, once they did the photoreal face tech, they evened the playing field. They hit a huge leap forward
Yeah,
because
The faces have
Count
gotten
Dooku
really good.
just, I
Yeah.
think, revolutionized.
yeah,
Well,
Count
Black
Dooku
Series
is
is
better. Black Series Count Dooku is way better than the SH figure arts Dooku.
Yeah.
So here's the TVC
Oh yeah, there you go.
IG-11, and he's cool. He's a lot of fun. He can actually like pull his hips out and stuff, and
Oh wow.
his little pipes. My son was playing with him, so like everything is kind of like wonky now. But this guy's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
looking.
saw in the
chat.
comments
Yeah.
from Elena in the comments said that, trying to find it, that her Ayla has trouble standing. So my Ayla has a really loose right foot, but the left foot is pretty rigid. So she likes to fall to the right.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to balance her just right. I'm probably just going to Mod Podge these ankles, just to make sure, make them a little stiffer. But yeah, I've got the same problem with her standing. The right
That
foot is
should
super
never
These are
rigid.
stands for Black Series.
Mm.
These are just 3D printed stands for Black Series. I found it's called
Oh, nice.
Tashi Station
Mm,
on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's cool.
And then you just kind of throw them on there. Like there's tech on one.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the comments too, collecting Star Wars was asking about the SH figure arts R2D2, which I do have. They only have one that they've issued, so I don't know that it's specific to Return of the Jedi, but it's a great droid. It's really good.
Well, I just bought the Bandai models,
Yeah.
and
Arthur's comment.
it's great.
I bought that same model kit and I lost all the parts to it. I got them together and then I lost everything.
That's a
But he's
pipeline, right?
beautiful.
A new R2 figure is a pipeline for Black
Mhm.
Series.
Yeah.
So
Supposed to be, yeah.
Do you
Hopefully-
think they will pack it
Yeah, I
with
was
all
hoping
the
that
parts
they
they
would-
had in the original Black Series one?
I
And
hope
make
so.
him taller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be an exclusive
It'll be deluxe.
Yeah.
or a deluxe. I'm sorry, yeah, deluxe.
If they make him able to do everything that he did in the films, that would be fine. Do it. Have a little pop open lid and have a little Kenny Baker inside. I can.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be kind of creepy looking.
It would be.
It's funny.
I have
Well,
Mayfest.
maybe it'll be a Return of the Jedi version.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Exactly. Yeah, that should be
Is that the Mayfix?
that should be a mainline Black Series right there.
I'm just grabbing the two R2s I have here. So I have actually both this. So this is the model kit that's all dirty.
Yeah.
Right.
That's Bandai, and then right next to it is Mayfix, and they're almost identical.
Yeah.
Size.
Yeah, but if you grab a Black
See, those look
Series,
great.
Black Series is like a half an inch shorter, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's way
Yeah,
undersized.
it's pretty tiny.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I wonder when they're going to release that or when they're going to show it to us.
Here's
I
the
don't
Black
know.
Series R2.
Yeah,
Oh
Well,
wow.
the Coyote Monday
It's
is
a
any
big difference.
Yeah.
note we'll probably see in about 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see
seriously.
the prototype next year,
For
and then
real.
we'll see the actual thing the year after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, model
Yeah.
kit's the way to go for R2 until Hasbro figures out what they're gonna do.
Yeah. And then C3PO too,
Yeah.
because I think they actually have that one back metalized.
Mm.
I've got that guy behind me actually. Yeah. This is the model kit of 3PO. Look how shiny he is.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah.
Fingerprint magnet.
That's awesome.
So, do the
Yeah.
arms? Do they have the pistons in them and everything that all works?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. They have no. Do they have a
Okay.
slider in there? It doesn't
Yeah,
look like they move. No, the arms do not move on the model
Wow.
kit. It's
They're
fixed.
just like this.
That's
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It still looks phenomenal. though.
He's
Yeah.
got really good articulation. The only
Yeah.
thing is that the eyes are a little dead, but that's how they all are,
Yeah.
unless you're gonna put lights in there.
Mhm.
Is there okay? So if we kind of have a shiny Mandalorian with the Maldo Crease release, I wonder if they can
Yeah.
get some sort of shiny or gold and actually make a C3PO with actually like moving elbows and whatever. Like, because man, that I remember opening up that Black Series one from Force Awakens, and I was so disappointed in the arms.
Yeah, the 3PO that came with Chewie.
Yeah.
It's got a slider. It has a little bit more movement at the elbow, but that's about
Uh-huh.
it.
Is that
But
the
you do get a little
same
bit
thing
more.
as Forlom? Is Sam Arms
Mm.
as him?
Yeah, and triple
Yeah,
zero.
same concept.
000? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got the
Gary, what you had R2s up there? What R2s did you have?
This is the model,
Oh, yeah,
the
Dunjack.
Bandai model, next to the Black Series.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
That
And
is
you can get
crazy.
these models
It's,
at Hobby
it's
Lobby.
way bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
That's insane, man.
And Hobby Lobby has sales like all the time,
Mhm.
like 40%
Yeah.
off or whatever.
Well,
And then-
They
Yeah.
did away with that 40% every
Coupon.
day, which
Yeah.
kind of hurt my feelings.
So you guys will appreciate this. I was at Hobby Lobby yesterday, and there was, when I was walking in, there was a father and son standing at the entrance, and the son was telling his dad something about a Mandalorian model kit. And so I walked past, I walked inside, and so my son and I went to the model kit section, and the same guy was back there looking at the model kits, and he was looking through because they have the like season 2 Mandalorian, and
Mhm.
he was looking for one with the dark saber, and he wanted the one with the dark saber because that's what his son wanted. And so he didn't I don't think he was a Star Wars fan. He wasn't following it, so he didn't know what the dark saber was. And so he was asking this lady that worked there, and he was like, does this have the dark saber in it? Like, can I open this up and like look and just see if it has it in there? Like, I have no idea what this thing is. And so she's like, no, it has everything in it. And he was like, yeah, but what's the dark saber? Like, I don't know if this one has it in there. That's what I need to know. And so I'm like, I'm really sorry. I know the answer to this. And so whenever I looked, I was like, that's the dark saber. It's in there.
That's funny. Yeah, I've almost picked up the R2 BB-8 combo that I see at my Hobby Lobby. It's there all the time. No one's bought it. It's like $37, I think.
I think it's worth it for the R2.
It is.
Yeah, just for the R2.
That BB-8 is.
I mean, I have the Black Series BB-8. I
Yeah.
don't really need another one, but that R2, I do.
I
want
built that one, Matt. I built
Yeah.
the BB-8, and
Yeah.
it's fun. He's a fun little
Is it?
BB-8. He's a little bigger
Really?
than the Black Series.
Okay.
And there was an R2 R5D4
That's
combo.
clever.
Yeah, that one is supposed to go up on, I think on Entertainment Earth or Big Bad Toy Store, one of them. That model kit's going back in stock.
Oh, nice.
So
That'd be one you want to pick up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I think it's
There's R5.
Yeah.
yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, that model kit's reasonably
Yeah,
priced
so
as
just
well.
try it.
Yeah, that looks good.
And if you guys haven't built one of these,
Yeah.
it'll only take you an hour to build one of these. Roughly.
They're pretty easy.
Yeah.
There's no
I wanna do
painting.
one.
It's nice.
You know,
Yeah, I do.
It's just decals, right?
it's
Yeah, I gotta do that.
decals.
I'm gonna get the R2D2.
Like
Yeah.
you don't have to paint it. It looks like this just by building it out of the box. You can paint it and you can do more detail, but it looks decent. It's not that hard of a project.
I think they
Funny.
came with stickers too, didn't they?
Yeah, there are little
Yeah.
this guy's got all the black there is all black stickers. So those were kind of the gray and the black there.
That's cool.
But like I said, for 20
that's a lot of
bucks or
fun.
30 bucks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it comes with all the accessories
Yeah.
you could
It's
want.
like
It
a
comes with all
project, yeah.
arms.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
up, Brent? I see your comment that your R2 and BB-8 still in the box, or haven't built it yet.
Someday.
That's funny. Someday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good to see you, my
I've got
friend.
one of those. I've got the a Mandalorian and a Boba Fett still in the box.
Mm. Yeah, I have not dabbled into any model kits yet, but I'm starting to get that bug. I'm gonna
buy this
probably
one,
pick
Matt.
one up.
Buy this with R2. I know it's a little spendy now, but
Yeah,
this is
that's an
great.
expensive set,
Yeah.
but it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
That gold
I
is
want to try
awesome.
one. I'm
It's
gonna
so
try
shiny.
one.
I just want a good C3PO.
Yeah.
Because I look
Yeah.
at like the Mafex one, it looks like it just falls apart all the time. And
Yeah, that one's terrible.
the SH Figure Arts didn't. Maybe the SH Figure Arts one was okay, but I
It's
don't know, for some
okay.
reason I didn't do it.
Still not as shiny as this is the shiniest.
No.
out there.
No.
The Boba Fett, I just back before we got Death Watch and everything else, I just painted it.
Oh,
Hmm.
nice.
But it's
That looks
actually
good.
they're pretty cool figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try one.
Love that. That looks nice.
Interesting.
I'd much rather buy it than build it, but
Yeah. I went
Yeah.
through my model kit phase of Gundam like 20 years ago at this point, so I think I'm a little bit like I'd rather just spend the money and just get it done. But yeah, but they are fun to
Right.
put together.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You know what I did do is I took a Plo Koon body and I took that George Lucas head that we got.
Oh, that looks good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I just swapped
Hilarious.
out the hands.
That looks great.
That
Oh,
actually
I
looks
got
more
it.
like George
Little
Lucas
bit-
than the Stormtrooper did.
Too funny.
Right? Yeah. I'm like the body fit kind of perfect.
Yeah.
And then I took that body
Really
and I
funny.
took Crosshair's head and I made a
Wow.
Crosshair Stormtrooper.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's kind of, yeah.
I still got
That's pretty
I got
sweet.
mine sitting behind me with the George Lucas, and it was kind of funny though. I would love to have like a good figure of George Lucas, but I don't think they
Yeah.
with him with the gray hair, he would have to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I don't think he'd
Yeah.
fit in the
I
Stormtrooper
agree.
No,
costume. The armor, I don't think he'd fit.
no,
He's the wrong shape now.
yeah. I don't think he's been that
For
shape
now until
since,
they give us a better one.
Yeah.
but-
since the 80s.
Yeah, they should have did a young George Lucas with some glasses,
That'd be cool.
which would have looked,
Yeah.
Well, because then you can like pop that head off.
the
and then
glasses
put it
would get
on-
lost.
Yeah, pop the head off and like put him,
Until they
on a regular body with like a camera or something, and
Mhm. Yeah.
until they give us a better Jedi body. This Plo Koon's got actually like butterfly joints. I mean, it's a pretty good body.
Mm-hmm.
Was that body ever reused? Was that the same body that Mace Windu
As
had?
Mace. Yeah.
yeah, that's the Mace Windu one.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just different colors.
Yeah. What all lines do you collect, Matt? You said that you collect 7 lines.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if it's 7.
Several.
Yeah,
Several
it's like Black
So
Series
good.
PVC. I do NECA Horror, NECA Turtles,
Mm,
GI Joe Classifieds. I
okay.
have the DC McFarlane DC. I just do the Batmans though.
Okay.
What else do I have?
Okay.
Nice.
I do Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I have some of the what is it? The Master Universe Origins ones because I had those as a kid.
Mm,
I have some of the
Face.
Revelation, Masters Universe Revelation figures.
Okay.
I don't know. Why don't you
Did you
That's
collect
pretty-
the
that's
plasma
awesome.
series of the Ghostbusters?
What's that? The Plasma series? Yeah. So I had the Plasma
get the
series
Plasma
ones,
series?
and then the real Ghostbusters retro carded ones from Walmart. Like
Hmm.
the real Ghostbusters was
Yeah.
my shit as a kid. That was my jam. So like,
What's
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That's
what's
pretty
your
cool.
opinion on the Masterverse?
Yeah, that was a good show.
yeah. So
What's your opinion
yeah,
on the Masterverse stuff going away?
yeah. It's not as popular as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That stuff hits clearance pretty hard. So if you
Yeah.
want to get some of the Masterverse figures, you just got to wait a little bit, and they're all on clearance.
Well, I feel like I saw a lot of that first wave, and that first wave just stuck around forever. And
Yeah, it
then
did. They
I never
massively overproduced
I never saw anything of like the second wave. I saw a little bit of the third wave, and it was just weird though. It was like I would like a couple waves would miss, and then I would finally see something. And the next thing I know, I hear they're just gonna stop making them.
that. Yeah,
entirely.
they just did what's in the stores right now is like the Too Bad figure.
I see a lot of him.
Yeah, but it's a pretty awesome figure actually.
Yeah, he does.
But
I see a lot of him. King Grayskull and
Yeah.
King Grayskull and Beastman are hitting clearance like
Yep.
really hard, and the Beastman is a great figure.
yeah, he looks
He
awesome.
is so cool.
But yeah,
Um,
that's clearance. Yeah, a ton of them on. I thought it would be more popular, and it's
Yeah.
packing the clearance now.
Well, I think part of it is they have 3 lines. They have the Origins, they have whatever the heck that Netflix show is, and then
Revelation.
they have the
Yeah.
well, the kids, because they have
there's a different-
Revelation.
I'm sorry. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
another
there's
one.
that CG animated one that I tried to watch and I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, He-Man and the Masters. of the
Yeah,
Universe.
and
It's
like
called.
I really liked Revelation. But yeah, there's just you have these 3 lines and it just seemed really kind of odd. And then like then they were like all like so like that little kid show was kind of showing up in the Origin line and like with like Origin line designs hitting that show, and then also some of the Revelation stuff. And it was just a weird kind of amalgamation of design work.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate too because even that like the kids show, some of the bad guys had like pretty cool designs too. Like I would be like, wow, I'd pick that up, but like
Yeah.
I don't know, they're just on the cheaper side for the figures.
Yeah.
But some of the designs were cool. I just couldn't watch the show.
Yeah.
It was just too geared toward kids, really.
Yeah. I thought the trap jaw actually looked really neat.
Yeah, trap. There's
It was cool.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but there were some really cool ones for the show.
Yeah. I would honestly, I think the Origins line is pretty cool, but the Masterverse is like kind of what I've always kind of really wanting to see is, because I really like the 2000X series, but the figures never really had enough articulation. So
Yeah.
to try to get I love those designs, get those into the Masterverse, that'd be awesome. But I guess that's just not going to happen, sadly. But at least I got my He-Man, I got my Skeletor,
Yeah.
I got my Beastman.
I got some of the good ones. Yeah,
You got the core guys.
they probably should have made it 6 inches instead of 7. Probably would have been a little bit better, but it's still
That
cool.
would have been nice. Yeah. At least with like the Masters of Evil, since they're all mostly monsters, I can kind of sort of, I'm okay with that. But yeah, it would have been nicer if it was 6 inches.
Yeah, I think that kind of held it back a little bit, but it's too bad. Line was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see my McFarlane post on Instagram about him sending a free figure?
To you?
Yeah, wait, something
did see
about that.
I think so.
What'd
I
you
may have
get?
missed that.
Yeah.
So
Did
it
you
just
get
happened this week. So this is the Solomon Grundy Build-A-Figure
Oh,
for Batman.
he looks cool.
Yeah, so it was a
That's awesome.
4-figure wave, and my son wants it, my 12-year-old. So he's like, he paid for it. He's like, I'm gonna get all 4 from McFarlane's store. Cool penguin too. Yeah.
Yeah, the penguin looks
Yeah,
cool.
those are cool.
So you buy these 4, and I think he had them on sale on his website. So they were, instead of 25, they were $20 each. So, and then in the package came a free Martian Manhunter.
That's
and,
cool.
And a note from them saying, we have some stock that was damaged during shipping or whatever. So here's a free figure. Open them up and enjoy them. It was really cool.
No kidding.
So
Wow.
That's cool.
That's
instead
awesome.
of 4
Wow.
figures in the box, there were 5 figures in the box. My son was ecstatic. Cool note from McFarlane.
That's awesome.
You know,
That's
just
cool.
it's on my Instagram. You can
They
read
must
the
have seen your name and are like, wait a minute,
Mhm.
that's the YouTuber. We
Yeah.
are going to
That's Red Wagon.
triple our sales.
I just thought it was cool. It was very goodwill, well done. You know, and I don't buy much McFarlane at all. Like we have probably 20 figures. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it was
What
impressive.
do
It was
you-
pretty cool that they did that.
What do
Yeah.
you like from him?
Yeah, that's nice.
Just the Batman stuff. That's what my
Yeah.
son's into, the classic Batman villains. So, you know, the big clay face they
Yeah.
did, the
Mhm.
big Killer Croc.
Yeah, they look fantastic.
So
Nice looking figures.
I don't really like the articulation that much on them. They're harder to pose, but they look nice. And he plays with them. He was 12-year-old and he's playing with them, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're really cool.
Keep
Some
playing
of the-
with those toys.
Some of the figures are kind of cheap looking, the McFarlane ones. Some of them are awesome. Some of them, they're kind of hit or miss.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
my,
Yeah.
Some
It
of
is
those
very hit and
page
miss.
punchers, they don't have a lot of paint on them, it looks like.
Yeah.
page, I haven't bought a page
Yeah.
puncher yet, so I don't know.
They have who's the gorilla guy? Gorilla Grodd. It looks actually really cool. But well, I guess he has 2 Gorilla Grods at this point. But the page puncher one, it's got all this like orange armor on him and stuff, and it could definitely use a bit more paint.
Sounds
but
like
honestly,
Manton.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But as a figure, he looks cool. Like he looks really neat. Looks like it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, they keep cranking them out. They
This
they
guy's a lot of
Oh my God. No.
Oh, the Halloween
He,
theme.
he seems like a really cool guy.
I
wow,
went out and
David,
bought one. I bought one.
you're the one.
I'm the one. I said I wasn't gonna buy him, but I was like, man, Yeti Chewy. I like it.
I got
don't have any of those.
was it the Scout Trooper? I found
Yeah.
one of them like literally right before Christmas, and
Yeah.
so I grabbed one and brought it home, and my wife saw it. She's like, "Why the hell did you buy that?" And I went and I hung it on the tree, and I said, "I bought a Christmas decoration."
I'm in
So
the
it's still sitting in the box right now.
spirit of the holiday, right?
Probably got packed
That's pretty
away
bad when a
tonight.
non-collector is. Somebody will look at that and be like, "Why the hell did you buy that?"
I also have my
Funny.
custom,
Oh, man.
And
Oh, that's awesome.
That's adorable.
that's hilarious.
and
See,
that's
that's
pretty
cool.
cool.
that's just
Yeah.
I sculpted that out of clay, and then I painted the body.
Oh wow.
So
Did you
That's
get
great.
you got
That's
the
awesome,
Halloween
dude.
one, didn't you? The Halloween
That's cute.
clone trooper.
I didn't buy the Halloween stuff. I'm just
Oh, did anyone get
Yeah.
it? All right, I gotta
Yeah,
get mine
passed on
out.
both of
I actually
those.
really love him.
the skeleton one.
Yeah.
I didn't buy either of them. I was
I
like,
heard that
this
one
is
was
so
cool.
stupid. I don't want either one of them, and I kind of regret it now. I'm like, I'm like,
Yeah. I want one. I should have kept one.
All right, I
I
bought
had
2 of these,
the Santa Range Trooper, and I took it apart.
and this was also my first non-plastic package.
Oh, you haven't opened them yet?
No, I have.
Oh, okay.
I'm just a weird person that keeps the boxes and stuff. I mean, like, look at my wall, man.
Yeah, I see it.
It's- But I thought it was cool. I like the presentation. They wrapped it in like a Christmas Star Wars or Halloween Star Wars themed tissue paper. I have no reason to keep this, but I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I think John added that.
Then I don't know. It's just the color, man. It's
so
it's
he
cool.
he grows in the dark, right? Glows in the dark.
No, I wish.
Oh,
That'd be
I thought he did.
amazing. But yeah, no, he comes just as is. He has a little box.
Oh, that's from
That's from the Maz Kanata.
Miles Canada's
And then
best, yeah.
inside, it's I just love that stamp of a Jabba ghost. And then the what is it, the little Beskar is painted up to look like chocolate bars.
That's cool.
I think that's creative.
That's funny.
I like that. I mean, as an artist,
that's probably the best one they did.
I agree. I think so. The Christmas ones I think are a little bit. I don't know. The Scout Trooper like stuck with me. I don't know. I mean, I love Scout Troopers, so I was like, all right, cool. But I don't know. This one just I don't know, looks good. So I hope they do more. They're fun.
Yeah, they probably will. They seem to.
I'm sure they will. They've done 2 whole waves of Christmas ones.
And you know what? If they'll do one for every single holiday, I probably will be interested to at least look at them. I did not get the Wookiee.
A Valentine's, we need a pink.
Yeah, Valentine's, Flag Day.
Do it.
Pink Stormtrooper.
Just do it.
July 4th. Red, white, and blue.
I love that box. That's a cool box.
They're actually kind of expensive on eBay. If you look.
Those clones?
Yeah.
Well,
and the Wookiee.
They weren't the easiest to find. I saw these literally. I have a Target in the town I work in, and so sometimes I'll drop by there when I'm coming home or on my lunch break or something, just to get away from students. But whatever. And I saw them. I think they just literally just put the whole box, the whole case out, and I grabbed them, and then like 3 days later, I went back for something else, and they were all gone. So, and it's a small town too. So like somebody cleaned them out.
Yeah, Halloween's a popular holiday with a lot of folks. So
it really is.
Yeah.
Did you see that comment? A Valentine's Day 2-pack of Ray and Ben Solo.
Oh, God.
In pink. That's great.
They're gonna have to improve Ray if they ever do another figure of her.
No,
I don't think
thank you.
Valentine's Day should be Maz and Chewie. That's what it should be.
Yes. Yes. I will go for that.
They can re-release Maz again. Use that tooling.
She's not a bad figure. She looks cool.
Yeah, Maz is a good figure.
I just never brought myself to get one of her, but I always thought she looked interesting. Too bad she wasn't more consequential in the series.
Yeah.
Too bad we never found out how she got that lightsaber.
Right?
I know. Yeah, that's the
yard
sale right there.
Plot points, they don't matter.
She got it in a yard sale, I guarantee you.
It's another J.J. Abrams mystery box.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lando and L3, David says.
Oh no.
Lando and L3 for the Valentine's.
No.
Dude, isn't it like 3 a.m. in England right now?
Nice.
You guys, you're still awake with us?
Got it. Yeah.
Say what?
David Edge is over in
I'm
England.
not sure.
Oh yeah, Dave. What's up, David? I haven't been looking at the comments. I had the private chat thing open. Now I look at all these comments. I didn't even see them. Elaine is in here. What's up?
Yeah.
Well, David said that he was going to tune in, so
3 a.m.
3 a.m. Wow.
He's the sleepy clone trooper.
But Arthur's here and Brent's here and
collecting Star Wars. I can't
Josh
remember.
Ford, I saw him earlier.
Is your first name Chris? I think I'm collecting Star Wars. I can't remember now. He's got a bunch of great videos. Anyway,
I think I saw the gingerbread stormtrooper somewhere, gingerbread clone trooper. But that solid brown just didn't really hit me. But it was kind of interesting.
Yeah. If it was just brown, I would have got it, but it has like the buttons on it.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever it was, like the things down its. I would have got it if it was just a brown. I think that was.
That's a deal breaker. Those buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was an exclusive for was it a fan channel or Disney or Hasbro Pulse? I forget.
I can't remember.
Maybe if they do one of do like a dark brown dark trooper and call it the dark chocolate trooper. That'd be funny. Really, any reason to buy
Have
another dark
Hershey's
trooper
across
would be
his
funny.
chest.
Yes.
Or we could do M&M and have them all in different colors.
Yeah. Do a little
I
Power
like
Rangers
that
lineup.
idea. They buy different color clones. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do a
that they
bunch of
basically do
Astromechs
that
in different
anyways.
colors.
How many clones do you guys have now of different colors? You know, different stripes and stuff. Yeah.
I have from there to there.
So, question is, can
One up. Sorry.
Can you make a Power Rangers team
to
out of
There. So
your
those are all
clones?
clones. And then some Phase 1 clones right there with Mace.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I got a few. And then let's see.
Yeah,
That's Empire, Jedi, Mando, more Mando, sequel trilogy down there.
Where it belongs.
Yes, exactly.
Hey Matt, so your Vader helmet, is that the one from Kenobi? Is that the new one?
Hang on, I'm backwards. Yeah, that's the Kenobi one. My son got me that for Christmas, and I love that thing.
It's got like the silver kind of paint
A
on
little
some
silver
areas.
right here. Yeah, the neck is silver. Surprisingly comfy. It's got the red lenses. Yeah, it's a cool piece.
That's cool.
It's a really cool, very cool piece. Love it.
I have the first Vader helmet by them, and it's just amazing. Yeah, helmet.
Mhm. Yeah. That one's
Yeah,
all
it
black, isn't
doesn't
it?
fit on my head. My head's too big to get in there.
I got the same problem. I don't even
Stormtrooper.
try.
Stormtrooper doesn't fit on my head. The Mando one barely does. Barely.
Mm.
Yeah. But I'm definitely gonna get that Scout Trooper helmet. I love
It's
that.
a great looking helmet. That's one
It
of my
looks
favorite
cool,
trooper
man.
designs.
It
Yeah.
does look
Yeah.
cool.
I like how it's got the little
It
flip
flips
up
up.
face. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Because that was a detail they only had in Rebels, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We saw
didn't
Ezra
know.
Bridger quite often with that thing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let me show you guys something else I picked up for Christmas.
That thing's huge.
It's the jumbo
Wow.
figures.
Yeah.
Let me see
Oh,
the face
wow.
on that. How's the face on it?
Let me make the bigger screen bigger. It's okay for what it is. You know, it's a.
Yeah.
Oops.
Hello.
I got Matt. Hi, Matt. Take myself out. I can't control StreamYard and talk at the same time. It's
And hold
okay.
a figure at the same
It
time.
looks pretty good, actually.
It's all right.
I mean, it's because they're making them look like the old vintage ones, right? Like that's the point.
Yeah, they're trying to do like a Kenner style. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let's try this again. Here we go.
There we go.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I mean, honestly, it looks
Yeah, it looks good.
better. It looks
The
better
eyes
than the
look
Kenner.
good.
He's got
Yeah.
the vinyl cape, and then he's got retractable lightsaber,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
telescoping. So I think that looks kind of cool. I think I'm going to open this one up and play with it a little. I might do a video on him.
Yeah.
those are
When
kind of
did it come
expensive,
out?
aren't
When
they?
was it released?
It's on their site now. You can still buy it. It came out like a month ago.
It's all right.
Oh, apparently I forgot that this fell out of the box. This also came with the
Oh,
Halloween.
the porg.
Oh, the Porg.
I think it's supposed to be the grandpa from the Munsters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
think.
god.
I can totally see that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Good call.
I think that's who it's supposed to be.
Huh.
That's funny.
Look at the box.
Elena's hard on the sequels there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like the sequels.
I'm not a fan of them.
No.
Not a fan.
I love them.
Good for you, man.
They've got good parts. They have some interesting ideas.
There was good
yeah.
parts in the movie.
They were
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are
I love the
sequels-
First Order troopers. All the troopers look great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that snowtrooper from the
Yeah.
the
From
last
Force
one. Yeah.
Awakens. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sith. Yeah, the Sith trooper. Even
I
though
thought
they
the
were
red-
on screen
the red
for what, 10
ones-
seconds.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Purely there to sell more toys.
Yeah.
It's like we'll just take the regular Stormtrooper, we'll make it red.
Yeah.
More
I bought
toys.
4 of those
For sure.
Sith troopers thinking they were going to be something.
I got. Oh wait.
Yeah, that's
Well,
one I
you know
don't
what?
have.
If you got the carbonized one,
There you go.
Actually, babe.
Yes.
This is the only carbonized figure I have ever bought.
Oh,
And
good
in fact,
call.
I think this might be the only Rise of Skywalker figure I ever bought.
Really?
Lucky you.
Yeah, I
The rest of
didn't
us
see
weren't that lucky.
anything from that movie that made me anything come out from that.
You mean you didn't buy a Zori Bliss figure?
Oh, you know,
I have Zori Bliss.
looks
I have
kinda
to
cool.
say, it's actually a pretty good figure.
It is a good figure, but
Yeah.
Even though the character was completely pointless,
yep.
but it's actually a good figure.
Yeah,
put her
I
in-
don't have any.
I put
Yeah.
her with Jabba, with the Jabba's palace, because she kind of blends in with that
Yeah,
group.
there you go.
I like that.
And maybe that's a point of some characters are just better to act as like Boba Fett,
Yeah.
you know, where they just look cool, but they don't actually do anything rather than actually try to give them a backstory.
For sure.
Mm,
Yeah.
But
it's a mess.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I thought that yeah, I don't know. There was parts of that Rise of Skywalker. I was like, okay, this is cool. But like the knife and I don't know. It's got weird.
It was too much looking for things to look for another thing to look for another thing.
Mhm.
Like, what are we doing?
It's
Yeah.
Tomb Raider.
It was just
Yeah.
a silly,
Raider.
silly
Yeah.
story.
MacGuffin.
And apparently, like
Rise of the
the
MacGuffin.
Death Star did not crash onto Endor,
Right.
even though it was like just. I mean, and I got into an argument with someone on Reddit because they were like, "Well, actually, it landed on blankety blank and it fell through hyperspace wormhole when it actually blew up." And I'm like, dude, they didn't tell us that in the movie. They didn't say that. We literally just they never said where the thing fell. So we just went to an Earth-like planet that happened to have an ocean, and that's where it fell. So why would it not be the moon on Endor? And he's like, well, it's not the forest moon. I'm like, you realize it's an Earth-like planet. They have biomes, and there's no reason why we don't see Endor having oceans. Just
Yeah,
we
that's
could.
That's true. Has to
I don't
have.
know.
Has to have water if they live on it, right?
Yeah, there's yeah. Could be
You
just a
walk
meta.
up there, there has
besides
to
the
be water.
Mediterranean. Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's in my head. That's Endor.
There's so much wrong with that movie that it's tired. You can't even start to, because once you start talking about it, you're like, oh yeah, and this, oh yeah, and this, and then you're in like a 5-hour conversation of everything.
You talk yourself out of it.
Yeah. It's just an absolute mess of a movie.
Yeah. I kind of did the same thing with the new Avatar movie. So I walked out, I was like, I really liked it. And then I started like talking about it, and I was like, I got to stop talking about it. 'Cause I'm not gonna like it after
I heard it was good. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews.
Are you guys watching?
I liked it. It was fun.
Are you guys watching Bad Batch? On
I
Disney?
haven't watched the episode yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
Was it
fun.
good?
It's a
I'm
kid's
enjoying
show.
it overall. Yeah. The
Good.
first 3 episodes were really good. 4 was a filler. 5 was kind of a filler. 6 was really good. So
They're doing good action. You know, I like when they have the action scenes.
the action scenes are well done.
Yeah,
Mhm.
They're already
course
on
the-
episode 6.
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
6 so far.
Wow.
Yeah, 1 and 2 dropped at the same time,
Right.
and then
Just episode 6
It's
has
fun.
has the Wookiee Jedi in it from the trailers.
Mhm.
Like,
Gunji.
yeah,
Gunji.
That was a
Yeah.
fun episode.
yeah.
That was.
That was a lot of fun.
And the episodes, I don't feel like are really building towards anything significant. So like you can kind of just drop in and out and watch them, and
Yeah.
it's not like it's like, oh
It's
my
not
god,
like a continuing story.
yeah.
I
So,
wonder
yeah.
if they're doing that on purpose, so you can just
Yeah,
jump
just
in,
enjoy
watch
them.
it, and not have to,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
Maybe
remember
a
when-
little more kid friendly.
When I was a
Yeah.
kid, I remember when G.I. Joe started to get like that, where you needed to watch like all the episodes in a row to know what's happening. I stopped watching it
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, I don't remember what happened last week. But
Yeah, I mean it's just not very child friendly, because your audience is gonna not understand it. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm okay with it. I mean, as an adult, but clearly, you know, a little bit harder for kids.
Yeah. Did you guys like the first season?
I think I got a little
season 1
bored
was good.
halfway through, but that was
Yep.
good. The final couple episodes are phenomenal.
Yeah, they were really well
Yeah.
done. Yeah. A few throwaway episodes, but overall, the first season was great. So far, the second season is just a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
wonder
would
what
like for them to address the, and I think they're going to, but address, you know, what happens to the millions of clones that they have that are kind of sitting around and are being slowly replaced.
Right? Yeah. I
don't know.
I wonder what they're gonna do for the figures. Because we're gonna get season 2 Bad Batch stuff, right? Black
Oh,
Series TVC. They're gonna
I'm sure they'll just repaint
right.
Yeah.
the existing armor,
Right.
which I do love their new armor.
It's kind of a weird look they're doing. It's very, I don't know, it's a jumble of colors.
Yeah, to me, the colors look kind of cool. I know not everyone likes them, but
Yeah.
I'm kind
So-
of digging it.
Did they change? Did they say why they changed the colors?
So they can
I
sell
haven't.
more figures.
I mean, obviously,
There you go.
clearly.
No, there's nothing in the show story-wise that explains
No,
that.
they haven't said why.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's like little bits. It looks like some of them are just losing some pieces of armor slowly.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
Hunter's got a scarf now.
Everyone's got to have a scarf.
Yeah, they could use the scarf from
I mean,
Content.
if it worked for Zartan, it'll work for anyone. But maybe I'll get a chance to actually pick up a Hunter now.
You
There
you
you go.
never got
didn't
it?
get the first round? You
Mm.
didn't get it?
No, never saw him. Never saw
I saw him
him.
the one time and I bought him when I saw him. That was
Yeah, same
Yeah.
here. Yeah, I found him at Target actually,
Yeah.
Hunter. And then Crosshair, I think I picked it up through Entertainment Earth right when it came out. But yeah, I found Hunter at Target.
What was it? What's the crap? Not Tech. The one with the arm.
Echo.
Oh, that's
Echo,
Echo,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw Echo at Target, and I was like, "Oh yes!"
Mhm.
And then I saw 20 more next week, and I was like, "Ah."
Echo was
saw
a
it.
good figure.
Echo's
He
a
is. He's
great
cool.
figure. Yeah.
He's cool. Actually, I think Tech is my favorite one out of the group, though.
I just
he's
wish
a
the
cool
goggles
figure.
weren't opaque.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They
That'd be
really
nice.
should have made those clear.
Mm-hmm.
I was
I
going
like
to go
little tools.
customize mine, but I never did. So
Hmm. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And he should have come with a data pad.
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And actually, the Wrecker one is really cool too. He's a fun
Oh,
one.
Yeah, Wrecker
Um,
was good.
Can make some really fun Dark Troopers with that one if you repaint it,
Oh,
Yeah.
I suppose.
because he'd be the right size.
Yeah, that whole Bad Batch line's pretty good. I mean, with the clone
Yeah,
Shock
they did a
Trooper,
good job on the Bad Batch figures.
Cad Bane from Baraka's a great figure.
You know, it would be cool if we could just get the Bad Batch figures for TVC, like any of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Well, they're
That's
coming out with Hunter.
Is it-
That's the only one I think they're coming out with so far, right?
Hunter's the only one that's been revealed. Yeah,
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's been a
Which is
while though,
crazy.
right? It's been a while. Yeah.
yeah, it's coming in the next wave, but it's insane that there isn't any TVC Bad Batch figures other than the multi packs that had like the Amazon one. It had Rex in it, and then
Yeah.
two of the other guys. I forget what they
The
were, but they weren't.
Elite
It's
Trooper.
Hauser and
Mhm.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but it wasn't anyone
Yeah.
from the Bad Batch.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
none of those.
It was
figures
characters
are-
they could repaint and roll into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's like that. What was that droid they released? It was kind of like a weird choice. It was one with the droid from Obi-Wan.
No, One Jack.
One Jack. Yeah, it was kind of like an odd choice to like put him in there because he's only in it for like 6 seconds or something.
He's on screen.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just a repaint of
A Forlom.
Forlom. So yeah, it's
Mhm.
just an easy one to put in there. So I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like they should.
Yeah. One Jack looks good. I picked him up.
Yeah, I like that figure. It's just fun.
Another droid for the shelf. I love droids. I love bounty hunters. So yeah, he looks good.
Hey, I had one more thing going back to Hasbro, our favorite topic. I was watching one of the Q&As, and where they have the different media people, bloggers, and all that. And there was a comment in there. I don't know how many of you guys watched them, but there was a comment in there about Hasbro's resources and budget for the Star Wars line. I think it was one of the guys he was in Europe when he was asking the question, but he's like, he basically said, he was kind of like, why don't you guys just make more? And their answer was, our resources are limited. It's like, well, why don't you increase the budget? It's like, well, we only have so many people working on Star Wars. Did you guys hear that comment? Anybody?
No, I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah, same here. I didn't
go
watch
back
the
and
whole
find
thing. Yeah.
But it was something I wanted to talk to you guys about, because it struck out to me as like, okay, yeah, like we all want more. Like you're talking about Bad Batch for TVC or whatever. There's so many figures we want them to do. But that was one of those moments where they just flat out said, listen, we only have so many people working, so many designers, so many factories, so many, It was just interesting to hear him say that. I was like, you know what, they're right. If that's their budget, or that's their their team, they can only do so many figures a year. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like,
no, I understand it. That's what makes some of the choices of like the releases or what they concentrate on that much more frustrating, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's figures that need to be released. Like there shouldn't be that big of a discrepancy between the TVC and the Black Series. There shouldn't be certain figures that take forever to come out in the Black Series. The show shouldn't come out and then 2 years later you get your first figure from the show. You know what I mean? But we're concentrating so much on repaints and repacks that I think they're missing out on a lot of figures that should already be out. So, I mean, I think that makes me more frustrated.
I gotta find that clip. Yeah, I'll share that clip again, because it was because I've thought the same thing. It's like, why don't you hire more people? Why don't you make more? Just make more.
Yeah, that was my first thought.
Like,
bring more people on board.
Like the Indiana Jones line, that's Eric and Chris working on that. That's the Black Series team is now split onto the Indiana Jones line. So
I'm sure if the Indiana Jones, I mean, there's probably a bit of a thing of discussion where, there's people pushing for the Indiana Jones line. So I guess Chris and Eric are probably the ones that were pushing for it since they're working on it. But I can't imagine Indiana Jones is going to be like super popular, because I love Indiana Jones. I'm sure you guys love Indiana Jones. But I'm thinking like, kids, they don't know like my students don't know anything about Indiana Jones. So I just don't know if that's going to be something they'll be super popular with or a big moneymaker for them. So probably they're splitting it right now just to see how well it'll do. And that's probably how a lot of things are, is they'll probably like do little ventures to see, okay, does this work? And then they'll pour more resources into what makes them more money.
Starting lineup. Yeah.
I mean,
have y'all pre-ordered any of the Indiana Jones figures?
I pre-ordered the Target exclusive one. It's the Club Obi-Wan one, just because I fear of missing out. I thought it might sell out, so I was like, I'm just gonna do it now. But I haven't pre-ordered any of the other ones yet.
Yeah. I just ordered just the straight up Indiana Jones with the hat and the whip.
Same
I don't know how many of those I'm really gonna get, although some of them look cool. It is strictly gonna be like an adult collector line. Like there's no kids pushing for that. So
but they're making kids toys. If you watch their Indiana Jones stream,
I saw that
the little whip thing.
Yes, I saw that. I'm like, what? I mean, well, I guess there is a new movie coming out.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll get some. I don't know. We'll see how good it is. I mean, Indiana Jones is like 75 right now. Like, can he run? Like, I don't know. I don't think so. So we'll see.
I think he's almost 80.
He's 80, I think.
Harrison
Ford, he's getting on up there. Yeah.
He looks good for 80, I have to say. But I mean, he's not diving through any tunnels or anything, right? Like, there's no way that he would have got the thing like at his current age now, right?
Yeah.
But I do have hope for the line, because some people really love those movies. I like them. I didn't love them, but I've seen them all multiple times. So if you start doing some of the like more obscure characters, like that kind of gets me a little bit jazzed up. Like, they want to do like the boxing German guy from the plane scene,
the airplane.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
That's cool for me. But
Yeah.
Gary, are you getting any of them?
What's that?
Gary, are you getting any of them?
No.
No.
no Indiana Jones.
No, if I made time for any other line, it'd probably be Godzilla.
Yeah.
But I'm too invested in this one. But like I said, I wouldn't mind Godzilla.
Mm.
Well, there's not a lot of.
Are awesome.
Yeah, the NECA. They just lost the NECA.
Yeah, NECA stopped
line.
making them.
That was such a fun
SH
line.
Figure Art still makes them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make
They do.
still make Godzilla. They got Gamera and all those.
I think Mezco is making them, and then Super 7.
Super 7 does make Godzilla, yeah.
Yeah,
do.
they're making some. Yeah. Yeah, we need more Godzilla stuff. I don't know how the hell NECA got that taken away from them. I love those. Those are cool.
I think it was just a time contract,
Yeah, yeah.
Like-
But they didn't get to make any of the monsters. Like, where's my Gigan? Where's Ghidorah?
That's true. They didn't go far enough with the other monsters. Like Gamera, I would have bought for real.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And then
Gamera's cool.
Oh God, Gamera. Yeah, I got Gamera. I got all my Godzilla guys sitting right up there.
oh, you got some over there?
Oh
Nice.
my God, I got a bunch of them. But yeah, even like I don't know where he went. But the King Kong they came out with, I think honestly, the NECA King Kong was one of the best gorilla figures like ever made. He is so cool.
Really? Yeah, they
Oh
made
my God.
I almost bought him several times, but I never did. He
It-
looked
it-
cool.
Even just take it. Don't even do it. It kind of looks like King Kong, but
Yeah.
some of the faces do. But they have like the more ferocious faces. It's just an awesome gorilla. Like he is a cool dude. I'm literally sitting back here today.
Speaking of NECA, I got to see the Alf figure, from
Yeah.
It looks so
I've seen that.
good.
really cool figure. I got to hold it in hand. It was great. So
Yeah, that's pretty badass. Yeah, they did a couple of them, but it's the same mold, but they had a couple of King Kongs.
Yeah.
What about the ETs? Are you guys gonna buy any of the ETs? Cricket.
saw them.
Maybe. I don't know.
No.
yeah.
They got like so many versions of them out. I maybe just want a regular ET.
Yeah,
The ones I've seen are all like him dressed up in a dress or a flannel shirt. I'm like,
Yep.
I don't want that version.
yeah.
But if I could throw it in like my smuggler's bounty, like that'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, since they were seen in the Senate.
Uh-huh.
Right. Hey, good
in that
point.
one.
It's canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny.
I just wish though the NECA King Kong and the NECA Godzilla actually were in scale. They're not in scale.
No.
King Kong's like he's like this much taller than
Oh,
all
is
of my
it that bad?
Godzillas.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know.
it's weird. There's no chance that like Godzilla just would, or no, King Kong just wouldn't whoop his butt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got one. Yeah.
I kind of wanted that one. Yeah.
That's
What is that one? I don't know Godzilla hardly at all.
That's from
It's from the Godzilla versus Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Oh, that's
When
why
When he
you-
went
newer one.
nuclear and killed Ghidorah.
yeah. And
That was a Target
destroyed
exclusive?
all of Boston.
Yeah, I think I got that at Target.
I think that was the Target exclusive one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that one looks really cool.
And I got the Mothra, and one of the wings broke, and then I ended up reading somewhere down the line that NECA, the figures they've got a lot of problems with the figures breaking, that that they're not actually supposed to be posed, or There's some terminology that
Mm-hmm.
semantics that go with the figure, that it's not an actual action figure.
Right.
Yeah.
It's labeled. It's yeah. They manufacture it under something else, so it's
Collectible.
Yeah, but
So if it breaks, they're not going to replace
right.
it.
I know what you're talking about. They've been better recently. Their figures.
Their turtles are way better.
Yeah. They used to be very brittle.
Mm-hmm.
And some of they had joint problems. All their figures, they had joint problems. You have to like heat them up so that they wouldn't just snap on you. But the figures have been better recently.
They're,
it was called a something good or something. I saw a video on that too, Gary. I forget what they were saying, but I know what you're talking about.
Their Alien and Predator ones. I had a big problem with those breaking on me in the past, and I actually, that's kind of what drove me away from like collecting any more of the aliens, just because they kept snapping. I was getting tired of it. And the hips, would get real loose on them. Like some of my older Predators, they can't even stand up, just because they just they flop over. It's kind of sad because I really love them. They're cool looking.
Yeah.
Now that's one of the newer big chaps, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the big chap.
Yeah. It's cool.
That's a good one because they switched over, I think.
Yeah, this is the only NECA figure I have, is this one right here.
It's a good one.
I've been wanting to grab a Predator for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one day, but this guy is pretty sweet.
I got an alien figure.
He's a good one.
Really cool.
For Christmas when I was 11 or
Really?
12, and it was massive and it was cool. You press a button on the back of his head and his teeth.
I think I had that too.
That was awesome.
That sounds familiar. I believe I had that one.
How big was it?
He was probably.
It's 12 inches.
12
probably.
inches.
Yeah.
Was it Kenner?
I don't recall. This is back when the movie came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been in the 80s.
Yeah, somewhere early, like 80, 79 or 80.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a little bit
Forgot
of
about that.
controversy
Yeah, I
with
had
that
one of those.
Yeah, when you guys talk about GI Joes, the GI Joes I played with were the 12-inch tall.
12 inch,
You had the big ones.
Yeah,
I had a couple of
I
those too.
miss those. I wish they would bring those back and
the hair, the
and make
beard.
more.
Then you had the Kung Fu Grip guy.
Mhm.
I had the dog, or the sea wolf, the little submarine came with a little squid.
Yep.
Mhm.
That was the GI Joes I played with.
Wow. No.
Those are fun.
Mine were 3.75.
Yeah, I was a few years behind you, Gary.
Yeah.
A few years.
I had a 12-inch Indiana Jones as well.
Wow.
Wow.
Right when Raiders came out. Yeah, it's a cool figure. It's long
I
gone.
miss those. I remember the 12-inch Star Wars figures.
Mhm.
I had a ton of those.
I had Luke, Leia, Vader,
Mhm.
a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently they're not worth anything now because like you can get them, because at least the comic book shop I go to sometimes has a bunch of them for like cheap. So if I ever want to pick them up again, I can do that. I even saw the Darth Maul, the 12-inch Darth Maul with like the Sith speeder. I remember like reading Toy Fair when I was a kid and like just like drooling over the pictures. Never saw it in person. Never, always wanted it. And I saw it and I was like, well, he doesn't look as good now. Back in 1999, he looked amazing, but 30 years
Wheels
later,
of Chaotic Doom. Who's the oldest out of all of you?
Well, who was born in January?
Probably, I don't know.
1978.
Okay, I'm 70.
67.
Okay.
Oh, man.
There you go.
So yeah, you
I
guys.
can't outdo any of those.
No, me neither.
I was born in '86, so.
Well, we got a wide range here. That's good.
Yeah.
My first two action figures were Darth Vader and a Stormtrooper in 78.
Wow.
No kidding.
Yeah,
You still got them?
No, looking back, I think my father stopped getting me toys like that and started getting them for my little brother because he got all the stuff. He had a Millennium Falcon, X-Wing fighter. He had all that stuff. The Death Star play set. and I didn't get any of that. So I think he was trying to transition me out of childhood. So I don't know what long
that's
ago.
kind of my story, because I had all that stuff from 78 and 80. But by the time Jedi came out, I was so into music, I was so into drumming already, that all of my Star Wars toys went to my 2 half brothers that live with my father, and I never saw them again. They're all gone.
Yeah, because I used to collect the old Aurora dinosaur models, the Universal monsters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he was trying to push me away from that stuff, and so I got into cars.
There you go.
Model cars.
That's cool.
Reading the comments. 50 in September. My buddy makes awesome sound effects.
That's funny.
Well, I just picked up this baby last week.
Sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
Kenner Dubak.
That's hilarious.
That's the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
I never had this as a kid, and this is the first time I've owned it. I've always wanted one, so I bought one on Mercari, and I love it. It's great.
That's awesome.
So
And it just goes right through.
Yeah, it's got the spring-loaded hatch, the classic. But so I'm going back, and now I get to buy some of the toys I wanted as a kid that I never had, that are still available. It's kind of fun.
When I was visiting, my wife and son and I visited my family over Christmas, and so I went and rummaged through my mom's house and went through the basement and went through a storage building, and I found like probably some of the oldest toys I think I ever, at least in my memory, I could remember. And so like I found the Jurassic Park compound that came out in like 1990, whatever, 1992. The thing is like stripped of everything pretty much, but like it was still such a fun play set. So I brought that and found my old Slave One that's sitting behind me somewhere.
That's another one I never had.
And I found my almost complete Republic gunship.
Wow, that's cool.
That was pretty. I might have screamed in glee when I saw that thing. My wife was like, "Are you okay down there?" I'm like, "Yes." I couldn't believe like there was so much stuff still there, and the thing that got me really excited. I don't know if you guys know anything about this one. I gotta clean up here. There it is. Oh yeah. I found this guy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Still with the fur, but that's not what I got. I mean, I got excited because he goes with my dewback that I also found. But I got this. You guys remember Mighty Max? Or ever watch Mighty Max?
No.
No. So in the 90s, there was that craze of like miniature playsets.
Yeah.
And so this thing opens, and Mighty Max was a TV show in the 90s. It was, and there's a whole line of these things. Let's see. I got to be careful because the plastic is like brittle. And then this piece opens up.
Huh.
And so it's like this island, and the whole thing is just like this really cool looking playset.
Yeah.
And I used to take this thing on trips with me. It had little lights and everything I could turn on, and it had like little figures, had a dragon. This was cool. This was one of my earliest core memories of toys.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome to be able to find that stuff again. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of finding things, I probably showed this in a different stream. I was at my mom's house, and she had me go up in the attic for something, and I found my old die-cast Falcon from 1978.
That's cool.
That's
which is pretty cool.
As
well as the Star Destroyer, also
Nice.
die-cast from 1978.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. I about flipped when I found these. I was like, I remember those. So happy to have those back in my possession.
That's really cool, Matt.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the radar dish is missing from the Falcon.
Yeah.
So I found this guy.
No, that's
Nice.
cool.
One of the Jurassic Park
Yeah.
dudes.
Oh, cool.
That was fun. I ended up having to ship a huge box of stuff because we couldn't take it on the plane with us.
Shipped it home. Nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was more expensive than I was hoping for, but that's it. Whatever.
I'll tell you what, I had to ship 13 boxes of stuff from my home state, which was Alaska, to Massachusetts when I moved here and got married.
Oh my God.
13 boxes show up at my new soon-to-be in-laws house, right? Because we didn't have a place yet. They're like, wow, he's got a lot of stuff. Like, that's all toys. It was all G.I. Joe,
Wow.
Star Wars, Transformers, all that stuff I had saved. And I was like, I'm not getting rid of this.
Oh,
Yeah, so.
When I moved from Indiana to Texas, my wife and I were packing up our townhouse, and I had probably about 8 or 9 boxes of just had toys on top. That's all it is. And my father-in-law was like, "Why do all these say toys?" I was like, "I don't know, man. They're old boxes. I don't know. Just don't drop it. Don't open them. Just don't drop them. Like, be careful."
It's funny.
See, you're supposed to
That's
say
great.
action figures and collectibles.
Collectible.
there you go.
Collectibles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do not touch.
But they all follow me on Instagram now, so they know exactly what's going on.
They're only toys that it's a toy related to your age. You know, once you get to a certain age,
Yeah.
it ceases to be a toy, and now it's a collectible.
Right.
Exactly.
And then eventually antiques.
Yeah.
It's not funny when I go into an antique store and I'm seeing stuff from, like, my childhood. It's not. We're not there yet. Come on.
Oh, I was at Walgreens, and it was a Tuesday, and there's like one Tuesday out of the month that if you're 55 and older, you get a senior citizen discount. And I was buying a figure, actually. It was one of the clones. And so I got a discount because I'm 55.
Nice.
Nice.
That's funny.
It was.
The cashier.
Yeah. I was pretty stoked about it. I was happy.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I got a discount.
Your grandson will love that.
That's where you go. The cashier says, "Your grandson will love this."
Yeah.
No, it's for
Mine.
me. I want you to know that.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's cool. Pretty cool.
Oh man.
All right, guys, we should wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm about to
Been
check
going. It's coming up on the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, that's a
Yep.
long stream. All right.
Wow.
This has
Well,
been
this has
fun.
Fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Let's all
Fun.
applaud our friend David Edge in the UK for staying up till 4 in the
David!
morning.
Oh, I know. No doubt.
Way to go, David.
And
Thank
Oh,
you,
Will
David.
from Chaotic Doom is from far away too, I think. right?
Australia, right? I think he's in
Yeah.
Australia. So,
Wow. And Brent,
collecting
thanks for
Star
hanging.
Wars is
With a
somewhere-
name like Wheels of Chaotic Doom, you probably don't sleep often.
I think he's in.
Oh man.
I think he's
Well,
in
yeah.
Australia too.
Yeah, Australia, I think.
All right, guys. Well, thanks
That's
for
awesome.
joining us tonight. This was
Oh, yeah.
fun, and maybe we'll do it again sometime.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thank
Real
you for
nice
inviting
meeting
me.
you
I
guys.
enjoyed it. Gary, good to see you in person. David,
You
good
too,
to see you
sir.
in
Yeah,
person. too.
You too, guys.
Have a good
See you
one.
guys.
Yeah,
Nice
good
to-
meeting you
nice to
guys.
meet you guys. Yeah, nice to
All
meet
right.
you too.
Bye-bye.
Good night,
guys.
everybody.
Peace.
All right.